Hi, chat. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? It's good to see all of you. Let me see who got first crew. Peace, Esther, Naomi, Megan, and Lavender. Congratulations for snatching one of the first five. I hope you guys enjoy your part of the cool crew today. Um, Let me say hello to all of you. Esther, welcome in. Peace, welcome in. Naomi, welcome in. Magda, welcome in. Megan, welcome in. Lasira, welcome in. Nora, welcome in. Senator, welcome in. Saranel, welcome in. Lavender, welcome in. Thoughts, welcome in. Babs, welcome in. And thanks for cheering me on. Saranel, thanks for cheering me on. Giator, welcome in. Joe, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. P. Vermi, welcome in. Vile Earth, welcome in. And thanks for cheering me on. Senator, thanks for cheering me on. Ricky, welcome in. Ilani, welcome in. Giator, thanks for cheering me on. Thomas, welcome in. Lilith, welcome in. Soundless Echo, welcome in. Lisa, welcome in. Riri, welcome in. Ghostly, welcome in. Riri, thanks for cheering me on. Lisa, thanks for cheering me on. Morg, welcome in. Emma, welcome in. It is so good to see all of you. Hello, hello. This will be the only cruise ship I can afford after TwitchCon. Same. Literally same. Nora, thank you so much for the 12-month resub. That is a whole freaking year. Can you believe it? That is wild. I always find it like a wild realization if someone's been here. Like every single month resub always shocks me in a way, but a whole year is like extra. I don't know what it is, but like that just blows my mind. Also, Charlie, thanks for cheering me on. And Nora, please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. And hi, Steph, it's good to see you. Are you super cozy right now? Almost 4? Stop! That is wild. Thank you so much for the 42 months. And on freaking tier 2. That is crazy. Thank you so, 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 so much. Please enter all of your subby perks for a whole month more, including that beautiful founder's badge. That is wild. 4 years almost. Crazy, crazy, crazy. In the best way possible. Also, if you guys hear my voice, or like if you hear it crack, if you hear me coughing, if you feel like I sound like I have a stuffed nose, that's because I am starting to get sick, I think. I'm not excited about that. Scott is actually sick. Like he took like the day off. He was supposed to go visit his parents and hang out with a friend, and he like had to cancel his plans because he's like proper sick. I'm not like super sick yet. So I'm knocking on wood, hoping that I'm not gonna get sicker and that it's just like a little bit iffy and sniffly. But I was so frustrated with myself today because I kept coughing. Um to Enterly to my ability rebuild the mod mansion. I don't have all the packs, but I would be willing to try to. I mean, you can, of course. The thing is the build itself exists. And we used a shit ton of CC, so you wouldn't be able to recreate it. Like anywhere near close to the original. But you're obviously welcome to try. But the shell is on the gallery. And the furnishings, well, we're literally 90% CC, I think. Um, we might have gotten each other sick at karaoke. Wait, was that last weekend? That was 2 weekends ago, right? Was that last weekend? Is time betraying me? Have I worked that much? Well, potentially. That's 2 weeks ago. Maybe it has a really high incubation period. No, I guess for me, I don't know where I caught it, probably somewhere I did see people. I also went to Pilates and stuff. So I guess, one person has to be sick and not properly clean the machine, and chances are big you get sick. I think it's mostly just because I've been so busy and the lack of sleep and stuff. Um at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, let me have it now, right before my travels, rather than the jet lag kicking in and then making me sick. So we're taking it slow. We're gonna just be extra cozy today. Um, and I'll see over the weekend, like, how I feel. If I feel worse tomorrow, I'm basically just gonna minimize my activities on the day. If I feel better tomorrow, I'm just gonna do my things. I hope that I feel better tomorrow. Um, Also, I realized, Steph, I think I might see you tomorrow for the housewarming. It is on my calendar. But again, if I get sicker, I'm not gonna go to a housewarming and be like, "Hello, everyone," in their ear. But, it depends. Like, if I don't get sicker. I want to. I want to go really badly. But also Tuti is here. She's gonna come sit on my lap. And Sus is here. I do, yes. I do. I just realized that that was the part that I could say and then you would realize. If I said birthday, you would probably also know. But that was just the part of information that stuck in my brain. But yes, I do know. um, but I hope to feel better tomorrow. I also have a hairdresser appointment and an appointment for my eyebrows. So like either way, it would really suck. Um, but yeah, we have Seuss here and Tooth here. You guys are so lucky. Just snuggle up over the weekend. Exactly, exactly. On Sunday, I'm just gonna basically like do some small prep and stuff for the US, do my household chores. Scott's gonna record an interview with me. He's doing like an oral history class type thing, and he's gonna interview me. So that's gonna be cool, I think. By the way, speaking of, oh my god, I have to show you guys something. Um, so I bought two new things for traveling to the US. One thing specifically for the IRL streams, because I don't know if you guys remember, but when I was doing the row on the go stream, I was using like these external microphones and they weren't like bad by any means. They weren't like, potentially worst sound quality ever, but they were very cheap. Like, because I didn't know if I liked the microphone, I didn't know if I wanted to like maybe use my phone microphone instead. So I got relatively cheap ones. Also because I didn't know if I liked the IRLing that much. Like I'd only done it a few times. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to do a whole week of IRL, maybe after that I'll be done with it and I don't want to spend like that much money on something expensive. But the quality was okay-ish. Like it helped. It was better than having like all the sound, especially walking in busier areas and stuff because there was noise canceling. But watched back some parts of the stream and I was like, "Ooh, it's kinda, like, clippy and a bit rough on the edges," and it's just I don't know. I was like, "I would like to have something that's a bit nicer quality." So I did some research on still, like, budget options because I'm still not ready to break the bank and buy, like, microphones for €250. That's just a kinda little bit too much overboard. Like, if you get professional DJI microphones, those are expensive. So, I actually bought something. And it comes in this, like, super pretty looking case that also charges them. I was like, "This is so fancy." And then it comes with, like, 2 receivers. It looks like a bar of soap, right? No, I agree. There's, like, 2 receivers, one for USB-C and one for Lightning, so it depends on what phone you have, which one you'll use. And then it comes with 2 microphones. Look at how tiny these are. And then you, like, take the magnet off, and you can basically, like, clip it to your shirt. Isn't that the cutest? But, like, it could just go like this. I have the thing reversed, hold on. Um, there we go. You, like, barely see it. I was just chilling there. Are we going to test the bunnies? The bunnies? So that's why I thought of this. I'm gonna test them with Scott on Sunday. Like, when we're doing the interview, we're basically gonna use these microphones so that he can record it, with his phone. Um, so we're gonna try them out. And then I'll know if they're good for, like, for the IRL stream. If they're terrible, I'll have to send them back, obviously. Like, if they're shit, I'm not gonna keep them. But that's one thing. And then the other thing that I bought, but I wanna grab it, but I have Tooth on my lap, and I'm afraid she's gonna leave, but, I mean, I can't really help that. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, your test bunnies. Oh. I was like, "Test the what test the bunnies?" Scott's my guinea pig. Exactly, exactly. It's against the law to move and you have to a cuddly kitty. That would mean that I would be stationary and not moving for, like, so many hours of my day. It is next to my desk though, so I can, like, almost grab it.
Don't go, dude. You can stay, okay?
I told her. She still moved. I bought a new backpack because the backpack I have, I bought like 10 years ago. And that was when I just started working at like my corporate job. And I got the most corporate backpack on planet Earth. Like it's an anthracite gray backpack with like it has a lot of pockets, but they're all like very neatly hidden and stuff, and it's not cutesy at all. Like, it's not a pretty backpack. And it's super functional. I've been using it for traveling in the past 10 years. It has like a separate area for your laptop, and it has like an area for your sunglasses, and like a built in wire for a power bank and stuff. It's nice. I was like, I want a cutesy backpack this time. I want a backpack that has all the same functionality, but also looks good. So I researched and I found one. Look at how cute it is. And it's like, it just has like the good straps and stuff, but then it has these longer handles at the top. So if you want, like you can carry it over your shoulder, which is just so convenient if you're at like an airport or you're at a shop or something and you just quickly want to move your bag around. You can just quickly like pop it on the shoulder. It has like huge side pockets for a water bottle or something. Also, Kawasan and Molly and Mark, welcome in. It's good to see all of you. And Harlan, welcome in. Hello, hello. It has this like I have no idea. Oh, there's a fly in my room. Yeah, there's like a little fly in the room. So she might start attacking it soon. Um, yeah, there she goes. She's gonna try and catch it. She's so silly. Such a silly cat. Um, it has this like small little front pocket where well, it's actually not small. I said small, but it actually is just like a full front pocket, which is super nice if you, I don't know, want to put like your e-reader or something in there. Then it has another front pocket with a zipper. Sus has the brain cell, yes. Although she technically also always has it. She's not orange enough to sometimes lose it. And then it opens at the top. Look at how much space. It has like the space for your laptop, has like little pockets. It even has like a pocket with a zipper in there, which is huge. So I was like, nice. And the best part is it opens at the top. So like if you are in a plane and you want to get something from your bag, you can just open it and get it instead of having to like zip it and then sort of open it, if that makes any sense. I know it looks quite small, right? And then on the inside it's huge. That's what I thought as well. I was like, damn, this has way more space than I expected. It also comes with like the strap to put it over your suitcase. And it comes with like a hidden pocket for things like your passport and things. I got it off of Amazon, which obviously isn't like the best place. But I don't know, you can probably buy the brand in other places too. I can find the link for you if you want. Um, I can get Seuss is still hunting. She hasn't caught the fly. She's still behind me. She's like, it's really cute. She's like, um, yes, it's for the trip. I wanted to get like a nice backpack for my trip because I was saying earlier the one that I have is like it's still functional. It still works. It's super corporate looking. Like I bought it 10 years ago. It's like it's literally the manliest bag ever. Like it's I don't know, it's just square, gray, very boring, not cutesy. And I was like, "No, but I want to look cutesy." Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So I'll put the link in chat to this bag. Um, hello. But if you don't want to order on Amazon, or I'm sharing Amazon Netherlands, if you just look up the brand, I think maybe you can buy it somewhere else because it's called Lovebook or Lovebook. Um, if I Google that for myself, they have their own website as well. So I just had Amazon as a reseller. But this is their own website. So even if you don't wanna go through Amazon, like, you can just go to their own website as well. Yeah, yeah, they have so many colors. Like, there's a lot of different, colors. There's also different sizes, so I got the one from 17-inch because I wanted to have one that fit my laptop, and my laptop is, like, 17-inch, so I needed and it's a gaming laptop, so it's a thick boy. I need to make sure it had enough space, but you can also get the one from, 15.6, so then it's a tad smaller. It's perfect if you have a 15-inch laptop. Then the backpack as a whole is, like, a bit smaller as well. No, they're not that expensive at all. I was actually I was a bit worried initially when I ordered it. Like, it has really good reviews. It has, like, 1,700 reviews, and it has 4.7 stars. So I was like, "Okay, well, I guess if so many people are enthusiastic about it, it's probably not trash." But I was a little worried initially. I was like, "Ooh, for, like, it's less than 50 bucks." I was like, "Less than 50 bucks gonna give you a good backpack?" But then it came in yesterday, and I was like, "Okay, well, this looks really solid." Like, this looks really, really, really doable. Also, hi, Jane. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Joelle, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. I appreciate it. Um, so yeah, those were my two purchases I made. And then I ordered a bunch. I also told you guys about this. I ordered like a bunch of beauty products as well. Just like face cleanser and um like heat strips. And I was so proud of myself. I remembered that I needed to order new sunscreen because I didn't have any left after this summer. I just had used it all, like, all the products were gone. Um, I was like, "Crap, but I'm gonna go to States, and like, for 10 days, I'm gonna have 25 plus degrees and sunshine, and I'll be outside a lot, especially in LA." So I was like, "You know what? I actually have to really buy sunscreen." And then it was on crazy sale because now it's autumn here. So that bottle is normally, like, 20 plus bucks, and it was, like, 8. So, like, "Okay, let me order that." Right, Floydian? That's what I'm saying. They're about 25 to 30 in the UK. Pounds, yeah, that's really nice. Better now, I'm happy to hear that. Some of those backpacks have yeah, 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 true. So it depends on the one that you pick. Some of them have different handles, that is correct. So, on the website, you kinda do have to double check that you have the right one. Um But though I just have literally the first option because that's the colorway I like the most. I was like, "Oh, that fits my aesthetic," you know? Um, right? I love buying things off season, especially because in season they're so overpriced. That's also because things in the Netherlands, like when it comes to beauty products, are generally very overpriced. This is actually a really weird cultural thing. Um, so for Dutchies, a lot of us, it's actually cheaper to go to Germany to buy our beauty products or to Belgium. Um, because in the Netherlands, you have to see it as in like, so the normal price for deodorant is our price on sale. I do not understand why it is this expensive here, but like you in the Netherlands, you shouldn't buy beauty products full price. Like, do not buy deodorant unless it's on sale because you'll just be paying like a crazy amount. Even though both of our neighbors just have reasonable, normal prices, it's not import fees, no, because Germany and Belgium are Europe. We all have the same. Um, as an American, it's wild to go to talk about, yeah, going to another country to buy things. No, that is completely fair. I can imagine that being very strange. Um, they're just bullying. I think so. I have no idea what the reason is. Yeah, New York is larger than, yeah, it's actually crazy. So it's like I would probably compare it to going to a neighboring state to get something. You wouldn't even go to another state to get something. No. In my case, I also wouldn't go to a neighboring country, but because I live like Rotterdam is like not close to the German border or close to the Belgian border. So I just only buy things on sale. I never buy my deodorant or my shampoo or anything when it's not on sale. Or I go to specific stores. There are like stores like I think it's an international store, but Normal is actually one of the few shops that offers things on a normal price because they buy in bulk in Germany and then resell it in the Netherlands. And that's like cheaper for them to buy it somewhere else and then resell it. Enough to travel for it. No, that's fair. I prefer to order my, like, self-care products as well. Like, I prefer to order deodorant and order face cleanser and stuff like that because I already know which products I want, so I can just keep an eye out for when, they're on sale and then just order in bulk. So, for instance, with deodorant, very often they have, like, a discount here where it's 1 plus 1, so you'll buy 1 and get 1 for free. So, I always buy deodorant in, like, packs of 6 or 10, and then I'll just have for, like, a good while. Yes, the face masks I have, I get there. They don't always have them. So sometimes they're sold out or they just don't have them for a little while, but I've always been able to find them like in a month time or something. So sometimes you have to check a couple of times, which is can be frustrating if you don't live close to a normal. Um, but I love those face masks. They're so good. Hi, Rosalie. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. They're $3. Yeah. The ones that I have are also not super cheap. I think they might be like 2 to 3 bucks as well. Love your snuggie thing. A sweater, yeah. It's just a sweater, but it's one of my favorites for this weather. It's like it's so cozy. It's like I'm sitting in like a cozy blanket. I have to buy deodorant every time they stop working after oh, no, that's fair. That is very frustrating. I do buy the same brand of deodorant, but I buy like different smells, I guess. Like different fragrances. Um, for all the little knickknacks, I know. If I go to normal, I always buy things that I don't need. I always end up shopping and I'm like, "Oh, but this is so cute. I can definitely use that." In all fairness, that is how I've discovered those masks that I use. They're like a Korean skincare brand that I haven't been able to find anywhere else. Like I've actively looked for it. Um and they make the nicest sheet masks. Like I actually love this product so much. Uh, but DM and Rossmann, yeah. Those are I think we used to have a DM, but we don't have it anymore, and, Rossmann we don't have. And we have Ethos and Kruidvat, which are very similar stores. Like, well, Kruidvat is a bit cheaper, I guess, in look and feel, not actually in price, but in look and feel. I think Ethos is more comparable to DM and Rossmann. Um, is it World Smile Day? We can smile together today, that's cute. That is very cute. Um, damn, that's a lot of steps. Oh my goodness. 13,000. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Um, their skincare lines are often just as good, if not better than big brands. Yeah. I feel like with skincare, honestly, it can be such a hit or miss, completely unrelated to the price. I've had really expensive skincare items that did absolutely nothing or actually did damage and like didn't do any good. I've also had very cheap skincare products that worked wonders and were really good. And like on top of that, it's also obviously very dependent on your skin and your skin type and whether you're using the right products in the right order and, I don't know, your environment and stuff like that. So I feel like with skincare, it's just so difficult. I don't think there's a one size fits all or like a perfect solution or something like that. So in the end, it's always like try and error. And then it's so nice if the products that are cheaper work for you. Um, there are influencers who give advice. I know I've watched so many of it. And in all honesty, 90% of the advice actually worked terrible for me. Like retinol, it completely breaks my skin. Even if I use it on like recommended basis, stuff like that, it's just like, no, my skin is not friend with it. Like micellar water, yeah, no, it actually hurts. Like it just does not work. Even though so many people recommend it for like a double cleanser stuff. Um, so yeah, I finally figured out what works, which is a very, very smooth makeup remover. Like no cotton or anything involved. Is literally just like a balm that melts your makeup away so that I can wash it away with water without having to like rub my face. Then I wash my face with something for, like, oil control because I have, like the weird thing is I have a really weird combo skin. Some areas of my skin are super dry and some are, like, really oily, and for some reason, when the dryness gets worse, the oiliness gets worse, so it's like a just a terrible combo. So I have to make sure to wash my face properly to get all the oil off, and all the makeup off. And then I have a really nice gel lotion that is like super light because any other lotion will be so thick on my skin that the oily parts get like super cluttered or what do you call it? Like when your pores get stuck, like they just fill up and it gets more oily. And then the parts that are dry, it just kind of lays on top. It doesn't actually clog. Thank you. It actually doesn't like go into my skin. It just sits on there. So my face is sticky and it makes everything worse. So I found one that is it's not like a typical lotion. It's almost it feels like a gel. Like when when you get a burn and you put like an aloe gel or like a cooling gel on. That's what my like face cream feels like. And that is like the only product that doesn't give me breakouts. Sometimes I still have drier areas, and on those areas, I can sometimes use like additional moisturizer, but not too much. But like the gel one, it's so nice. Like it actually goes into my skin, and my skin feels so soft. It's so nice. But like it took me so long to find that one. Also, thank you for the follow just now. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Also, the ads are about to start. So I'm going to also Kellying, please do not use Super Sweet Bot during the gaming streams. Feel free to use Super Sweet Bot in the Discord, but since it clogs up the chat a lot and the gaming streams are meant for like interaction and hanging out, I actually can pause the bot. I keep forgetting that I need to do that. There we go. But we do have Super Sweet Bot in the Discord, so you can use it there if you want to. You're obviously super welcome to still hang out in stream, just not to use the bot in chat right now. I should make it like a standard thing that I automatically pause it in the beginning of a gaming stream. I've thought about this many a times, but I keep forgetting it. Hold on. Also, thank you for putting the link to Discord this year. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna start up my game. I had such a frustrating game, or day with the game today. I was trying to do like a big recording for the cross pack gameplay video that I was talking about yesterday. And for some reason, my game just wouldn't work. Like it was just glitched out on so many different points. And I think it might have been because I was playing in a save file that I actually got when I was playing with early access. So like I moved that save file into my actual game. And I think therefore certain things glitched out. But my sim would just go to a getaway and then just be at the lot, but like the whole schedule thing wouldn't work. And that was what I wanted to test. I was like, oh, if you're on an active getaway, can you start a club gathering? Stuff like that. And it just didn't work. And at first I was like, oh, surely it's my mods. So I took out my all of my mods, restarted, didn't work. I was like, okay, so, like, it took so many times of going back and forth of like, okay, with mods, without mods, with like a part of my mods. Okay, even without the mods, there seems to be a bug. Does it work in another save file? But for any one of you's ever done something like this, you'll know that it's like a constant. No, it doesn't work. Close the game. Try to fix something. Restart the game. And you have to sit through like all the loading screens and all the times that the game has to restart. It eventually, I think I recorded for like 40 minutes, maybe 50 minutes over a span of 2.5 hours. I was so frustrated. But yeah, I think it is the save file because in some other save files it did work. But that meant that when I figured that out, I had no time to record anymore. So I was like, "Ugh." But at the same time, they released an update yesterday for the game. My game has been so smooth. Yay! Little dizzy now. Watch out. Ayabu, it's good to see you. I'm so happy for you. Let's go. Also, SodaStorm, thank you so much for the freaking 13-month resub. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the heckies? That is like way more than a year at this point. I think I would literally cry. I cry a little bit over it. I got really frustrated. Um, Especially because now I have to figure out when I'm gonna do the rest of the recording because I actually need this to edit before I go away. So it's slightly annoying. Um, but alas, Like I was saying, they released an update yesterday, and I'm not even joking, my game has been so smooth. Like, other than the weird issues that I had that I ended up realizing she's still hunting for that fly. Um, but it's weird because my game has been starting up really fast compared to earlier. And just everything, like the loading screens, normally when I'm recording Pack Legacy, like Michael will probably know this. When I'm recording the Pack Legacy and I travel in between lots, I like grab my phone and start answering messages and stuff because it just takes so long and I'm just bored. I'm just sat here like, okay, let me scroll Instagram while my lot is loading. And today, every single time I like grabbed my um phone and the game already loaded. I was like, oh, okay, I put my phone away again. Seuss on the hunt, yeah. Like a little fly. This is not the loading screen, this is a main menu override. I don't know if I have set up a command for it. Yes! Oh my god, is that the right one? I don't think that's the right one, though. No, that's not the right one, but it's from the same creator. I can update the link, hold on. The best part is yeah, it's from Semetically. The best part is it changes based on the time of day. So, right now, it's, like, sorta like sunset time. But in, I don't know, 2 hours or something, this will be nighttime. Like, now the sun is setting, like, you see these lights, but during the day, like, the lighting changes. It's beautiful. Also, Irene, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Let me actually change this for you guys. Um, because I think I wanna keep this one, so I can just update the link real quick. It's gorgeous, right? That's what I'm saying. I love it a lot. I initially had the other one that was just posted in chat. I already really like that one. That one was already, like, super, super nice. Um, but that's the menu, and then these are the loading screens that I have. So they're also from Semantically. You'll see them when we load into a game, actually. Let's load these ones. Like the ones that they have different pictures. So every single time you load into the game, there's like a different picture. I feel like it's so simplistic. I like that a lot. Like it's just see? Did you see how fast that load like in comparison? I have all my mods, everything in. Also, hi, you. It's good to see you. And Alex, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. Thanks for cheering me on. I appreciate it. Sulani. I don't know if they're from 20. Do I have command for that? No, I don't have a command. Why it loaded so fast? I know. It's because there was a game update yesterday, and legit, I'm not kidding. My game has been so fast. Um, I'm currently on DX9 because of Reshade. Because DX11 gives me headaches for Reshade. Like, it just refuses to work. Um, should I make a new sim and build to play with a new pack? Ooh, that's a good question. I would potentially say play with a new pack if you just got it. Like, it is fun. Um, okay. So for anyone who hasn't seen our cruise ship yet, this is what we built so far. Um, so we actually mainly worked on the structure the other day, like basically getting well, the ship shape, I guess. Next to that, I kind of got carried away with actually making the pool area. I just enjoyed that part so much. I was like, "Oh, this is fun." And we haven't even properly finished the floor plan and stuff. So I think today what I want to start with is work on the floor plan and like decide where everything's going to go, like have all the areas assigned so that then we can like decorate in one go. Something that I feel like is gonna be super important is actually where people are gonna enter the cruise ship. Um, I guess for, like, building's sake, it's gonna have to be on this floor, and then we're gonna have to need we're gonna have to need. Yes. Yes, that makes absolute sense. I wish that we can, like, elevate it. Now it's really floating. Yeah, that doesn't work. I just wanted to see I don't know. I like the idea of them having, like, a stairway to go up, but thank you, Joe, I appreciate it, and thank you, Rosalia, thank you, thank you. I think we're gonna just have to connect to the ship and sort of, like, have, like, one of those walkways. Let's get thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Um, let's see. I guess I'm just gonna go for oh my god, I updated Better Build Buy yesterday. I have the swatch tray update. I think I'm obsessed with this update. I'm gonna have to get used to it because I keep forgetting it's there. But you now have the swatch tray on the side. Like if you click on an item, it will literally show you the swatches and you can scroll and then grab the swatch that you want. And it works for like all the items. It's so nice, especially when you have rugs. Like imagine from now on, you can just go like, "Ooh, let me check, like, quickly check the swatches on this rug." And then you're like, "Ooh, you know what? Actually, that's super nice. Let me grab it." It's so good. Like, at this point, I think Twisted Mexi should just be hired by The Sims or at least, like, get rewarded a Medal of Honor. Yeah, you can click to add more rows, exactly. So if you wanted you can, like, adjust it. In my case, I have a pretty big screen. I could adjust it if I wanted to. Should get a statue. Like, you can go in here and you can, like, show info panel, keep open on placement, disable the swatch tray, which we're not gonna do. I wanna keep it, of course. I actually might wanna use a different stilt foundation. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the one that we got with actually, I like the one from Snowy Escape most, I think. It's just super simple. Oh my god, the wood swatches actually match. Wow, match. What a day to be alive. Who would have thought? The new pack of wood swatches actually match the ones from Snowy Escape. Um, where is the new hello? Am I there? That one. And then I want the darker one. And then I do think we need like a railing. And we could put some suitcases or something on it. I think that would be super fun. Because I think we have suitcases, right? Like decorative. And then we need basically the entrance to the cruise ship over here. Also, I don't think it's centered, but honestly, I'm not mad about that. I think I like the realism of it not being centered. Um, okay. What kind of door does a cruise ship have? Like, no clue. So, like, genuinely, I've been on a cruise ship, and I don't think I've ever consciously thought about what kind of door is on a cruise ship. Like, I guess we could also go for something like this. And then just a wooden door with circle windows. Wait, I need to see this because my brain. Yeah, so in all honesty, it actually kind of seems like an archway. If I look at it, like if I look up cruise ship main entrance, um hold on, let me actually open some photos. It kind of looks just like an archway initially. Of course, like on the inside, there technically would be doors. Yeah, yeah, to get on. But I guess we can go for an archway then. But I would like to use a rounder archway. The thing is, in The Sims, we have like, well, actually, maybe something like that could work. That's kind of nice. Like, that's also super simple. And we can put some decoration on the side, like, I don't know, maybe like an exit sign or an entrance sign or something. But that's very much detailing. I mostly wanted to get like the positioning of the entrance in so that I could actually figure out how to do the rest of the floor plan. Did you know medic bays are on ships? Yeah, of course. That makes sense. I mean, I would expect them to be there. People will be on the boat for like multiple days, so it makes sense. Um, okay, I might actually just have the stairs on the same spot again. Um, I mean, it's just basically anything you can expect in a hotel will also be on a cruise ship, like staff wise and like work wise. Do I like the stairs there, or do actually can I move them backwards? No, obviously not because there's no floor to connect them to. Maybe on this part they can actually be on the sides. Um, did that just delete my archway? It changed the color back. I knew I did a like control Z too much. Um, let's see. Let's get the stairs. Oh, why can they not be okay, if I um go around the corner and then I think they can go like this? Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, why are you so short? That's weird. Let's see. Hello? Oh god. UI blocking each other. Ugh. How am I supposed to get these stairs to do what I want if there we go. And then we can go like this. Um, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we can work with that. You've never been on a cruise ship? I've only been on a cruise ship once, but it was like a very um like, well, not very small cruise ship, but it was like a river cruise, and those are super different compared to like transatlantic cruises or ocean cruises and stuff like that. Um Wait, what? Jane, stop. That's actually adorable. Really? That's really cute. Tell your mom I said hi. That's actually super sweet. Um, okay, so for anyone wondering, actually, you know what? Maybe now that we've sort of picked our archway, we can use that on the inside as well. Because this is going to be like our primary hallway. It's just gonna be really long with doors into the actual suites, and every single suite's gonna have a balcony. There's gonna be 8 different bedrooms because technically, if you go on a getaway, there's a maximum of 20 Sims that you can add to the getaway, and that means that you could technically have maybe, like, 15 or 16 visitors, so that would be, like, couples or maybe families. In some cases, you might not use all the rooms, so we can make maybe, like, a family room, or we can make maybe we can make, like, 2 rooms with a door in the middle, like an adjacent room so that you can have mom and dad staying in one room and then the kids in the other or something. We can maybe make, like, a specific, like, couple suites with the heart bed or something like that, like a honeymoon one. Is a river cruise big? It's usually smaller than an ocean cruise because literally because it has to go be on a river. So it has just way less space. The river cruise that I went on wasn't small, by any means, but, it had, like, one place to eat, and it had a super small pool, basically, you could dismiss it because it was really, really tiny. I think it had 1 floor with bedrooms. It didn't have any entertainment, so there was, like no space for like there wasn't a bowling alley or multiple restaurants. It had a deck that you could sit on, but there was like no outside pool or no outside bar. It was basically just a big boat with bedrooms. Um, and the shower was a tiny stall. I feel like the cruise ship that I was on had like the bedroom was a very normal hotel size bedroom. Like thinking about it now, it actually felt like a normal hotel room. Um, okay, so obviously we kind of do have to go for like these windows, no? And then we could do the door in the middle, maybe. Maybe at a cheaper room. I mean, it can also depend on like the type of cruise ship because our cruise ship had one type of room. That was it. Um, but I can imagine that the trip I went on wasn't necessarily cheap. Um, it was a trip with my parents to and my sisters to travel to China for the first time. For anyone who doesn't know, my sister's adopted from China. So this was basically like her first time going back. Um it was also booked through like a travel agency and stuff, which usually means that the things that are booked aren't necessarily the cheapest option. Um okay. I think those windows actually do sell the vibe. I might add them on the floor upstairs as well. Um and then we're going to have to add the doors. Huge ship through the ocean, through the Bahamas. And there were tiers of rooms. I think that's usually what happens on like the bigger cruise ships. Um, so for instance, our room also had a balcony because that every room had a balcony on the cruise that I was on. Um, okay, wait, they have to be. Oh, that wall was placed unfortunately. Hold on, it would make much more sense if that lines up with that wall from the outside for the window. And actually, that's fine for the hallway, actually. I don't mind that. Thank you for the hydrate and thanks for cheering me on. And also, Bria, welcome in. Oh, that was good. Okay. I actually placed all the windows correctly. Let's go. Now we are going to have to decide what kind of door we're going to use. Because obviously, that's going to make a big impact on the side of the ship. Because we're going to have doors everywhere. Um, I think honestly to complement the window, it would be kind of nice to have a door that has a rounded arch like this. But then obviously not that style because that's very cottagecore. So let's see if we have anything. Oh, there's actually the door that just it doesn't come with the window because that's businesses and hobbies and this is from the romance pack. Do I like that? I was thinking black because then it would match the windows. Honestly, that looks pretty nice. Like, it also matches this archway because it comes from the same pack. The only problem I have with this door is that it's quite wide and quite tall. So it does, like, draw your eye to it. Like, it is quite a visual flutter. Um, but I guess that's also just kind of like any door is gonna do that because you just keep replicating it. No, actually do think I like that. And then what we could do is we could have the windows on, like, the floor below at the spot of the door as well. Okay, that's not lining up. Hold on. Do you see? Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that. That's good. That is really nice. Okay, I like those windows are so good for this build. What the heck? Um, it does kind of look luxurious. Yeah, that is true. I agree with that. That's actually kind of nice. Okay, so we're gonna not do a window there then, I think. Mm. Okay, now I'm starting to doubt myself if I want to not maybe like move this thing one tile over. That just looks too wide. But maybe I can do it. Because then the windows line up better. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's that bad. Like, I think it looks slightly better when it's one tile smaller, but I really don't mind this, actually. Like, I think it's fine. And the thing is, the ship already has, like, huge windows here in the back and huge windows here in the front. So I think with that, we have the windows covered. This is the captain's area, by the way. Let's actually take a quick look. What does it look like if you're the captain of this ship? I think the stairway is going to block your view a bit. Yeah, so realistically, you wouldn't have stairs here. Like but at the same time, realistically, the captain's hut would be even like one floor higher, but we can't do that in The Sims. Like we literally ran out of floors. This is the maximum amount of floors you can have in The Sims. Okay, I'm happy you guys all think it looks nice. But this is like the captain's part. Like, so this is where we're gonna add all the navigation stuff. And then we're gonna add a door in here, and this will be the captain's quarters, like the captain's bedroom and bathroom. I do actually like that. I think it looks good. Okay, let's save. Because we've made some progress, so I don't wanna, lose any progress that we've just made. I think now that we've decided on, you know, that part of the build, I do think it's gonna be important that we decide on the space here. Um, also, Melvina, thank you. I appreciate it. I do wanna change out these, archways that I used here so that we have the same ones. And then maybe we can actually have those in the hallway too. Do I like that if they're in between here? That does open up that hallway a bit, which is actually maybe kind of nice. Otherwise, it's another super dark hallway, which we already have down here. So maybe this is actually good. Um, so technically, this is like our main space. So I'm thinking for our main space, it would be kind of nice to have a kitchen area for the staff. Um, which could maybe go in here. And I was at first thinking it's not ideal to close that off with a hallway, but I do think that breaks up the repetition of the doors on the inside a little bit. So then we can basically make it so that this is the place where like food where Sims can cook. And then over here we can maybe make like a little space where Sims can put the cook food or something like that. And then we can have like a staff door in here where Sims can go and make the food. And then I was thinking this can just be like a big restaurant dining area. We can do like bigger round tables, smaller tables, stuff like that. But it would be really nice if we have a little performance space and a bar in here as well. Hi, Mimbin. Welcome in. It is good to see you. So I'm thinking, um, maybe something that's interesting shape, but not what I was going for. I was gonna go for that, but the game is not gonna let me do that. Okay. Guess we'll just use the power of actual walls then. Um, maybe I can even drag it one more forward. Hi, Thomas. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Um, maybe that makes the space a bit too small for all the other things I want to place in here. And I was just thinking, like, we can place maybe a guitar, the keyboard, and a microphone up here. Um, we could do, like, a little step up maybe in the front. That's not great, Ro. Finally done the dishes. Let's go. Cruise time for now. Oh, yeah, that looks cute. I like that. Doing well. Didn't cry in a corner today. Oh, yeah, I did. That's fine. I had a day. Wait, I need the platform trims. Um, we could use the same one. That's actually nice, I think. The turtle in the pool, do you like it? You know what? Okay, listen. I said I wasn't gonna do a glass wall. But now I'm kind of like, if you're performing here and then there's like people swimming in the pool, is that stupid? Yeah, that's maybe a little bit stupid. I actually maybe I don't like it. I don't know. Hi, Lena. It's good to see you. Because we already have you know what I don't like? Hold on. You love it? Okay. Oh, I might have to move the ladder because right now the ladder ends on the glass wall and that's not my favorite. Oh, I like that idea. We can do a glass wall, but then curtains. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Also, this looks kind of cool if you're walking on the inside. Oh, this is definitely giving cruise ship vibes to me. People are gonna fuck up performances, oh, 100%. But, like, if there's a performance, you would be able to close the curtains. But then, like, I don't know, during just regular food time or something, the archways are nice, right? That's what I'm thinking. I feel like they're such a perfect match for this cruise ship. Also, being on the balcony is actually okay, I'm starting to really like this build. Like, the more we work on it, the more I'm, like, excited. Wait, why does that's, like, mirrored in the water, but that glitches perspective-wise so weird. Yeah, yeah, just having breakfast while seeing all the swimming legs. Oh, I just realized I haven't put a fence here, so your sim can just be, like, coming from breakfast, like, "What?" And then falling down the stairs. Maybe I should fix that, huh? Potentially. Okay, so I was gonna move the ladder. Hmm. That kinda clashes with the small pool up there. I'll just place it here then, I guess that's maybe the best option. Yeah, let's go for that. Um, wait, what? It does? Wait, that's actually kinda cool. Why did I not know this? Why did no one tell me? That's rude. Also, Kiva, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And Theo, welcome in. Um, your pizza and fork. Yeah, I have opinions about this, as you know. Thank you for cheering me on. I appreciate it. Um, okay, so that would be like the main food space. Kitchen. Hi, Pada, welcome in. You actually faked. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Um, okay, so I think my biggest problem with huge quotes around the word problem here is that there's currently no bathrooms on this floor. And I do think we're going to need them. So I was thinking maybe we could use this space on these sides to have like two bathrooms. They would have a slightly weird shape, but I guess if we go like this, we can have like two toilets and then we can have some sinks. The most important thing is that your Sims don't have to walk super far to go to the restroom. Um, I'm not like the biggest fan of this part. to be honest. But if I go like this, we can't put a sink in here anymore, I guess. Um, we could go maybe like this. And then we can have the sink in that corner. And then if we raise the platform in those pieces all the way up, um, they will like stay up if you're playing here. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I think that might be a bit better. Like now if you play here, like look, it will stay up. So if we add a mirror or something there, I think that's gonna work. And then we have 2 bathrooms here and 2 bathrooms here. And I'll just make them like gender neutral bathrooms so that if you're playing here, like any sim can use any bathroom. I think that's just way more convenient for gameplay. Especially if you put the walls down, you're not gonna see which gender would be on which door, which is just highly frustrating because then you'll tell your sim to go to the bathroom and then they don't, and then you don't know why. And I have this in a couple of the builds that I have in my save file where we have like gendered locker rooms and stuff, and it's actually kind of annoying because I keep sending my sim to the wrong one. Um, Working on the event thingy. Ooh, yeah, I should probably do that too at one point. Until what time does the event go? What are your opinions on pizza and fork? Actually, I don't have super strong opinions on pizza and fork combo. I have super strong opinions about the way that Abu eats his pizza. That has nothing to do with the fork. That has to do with the order of consuming the food. Um, Color coding the rooms. Yeah, that is true. It would make it easier, but I guess I just don't really mind my Sims just using the bathrooms. We can go for like a clear bathroom door though. I think that is nice. Um well, I know, Thomas. I know. I tell you, it's terrible. Abu, okay. So we have 2 weird pizza eaters here in chat. We have Abu, who eats his pizza layer by layer, right? And then we have Chris, who cuts out the pizza from the crust. And like, but you know, some people don't eat the crust. They'll just eat the pizza and then leave the crust, right? No, no. Chris will eat, like, cut out the inside of the pizza. And Abu eats it layer by layer. Like topping by topping from top to bottom. So like first the cheese, then the veggies, then the salami or whatever kind of pizza you're eating, then the tomato sauce, and then the rest of the pizza. Also, I love how we've already judged Abu for this so many times, and every time it comes up, there's new people who are like, "What? Excuse me? Get a freaking charcuterie board at that point." Honestly, that's actually kind of a good point. Um, Ginger ale with it. Oh, I know. I can totally see that. That's kind of like dipping your fries in your frosty. So many people initially are like, "Oh, why would you do that?" And then if you think about it, it's like, no, it's just sweet and savory. I can totally see why that would work. Um, Shit got me out of lurk so fast. Wait, Riri, you do this too? Riri, Riri, the way I'm shocked right now. I cannot believe this. How dare you guys? What is wrong with you? Okay, so next problem is that we don't have bathrooms on this floor either. And again, I mean, technically, I guess if your Sims are hanging out here, they can just go to these bathrooms, right? Like, that's literally just one deck down. Worst case, your Sims are like all the way by the pool, and you have to go here to select the bathroom. Next TwitchCon, we need a pizza date. Yeah, I agree. And we need to teach Abu the right way. um See, Abu, I'm worried. I'm worried for you. If it's stuffed crust, I feel like getting stuffed crust here is, I wouldn't even say it's uncommon. Most places just won't have it. I have seen it maybe twice. Generally speaking, also getting sauce with your crust is not normal here. Like ordering like a condiment to dip your crust in. They'll just send you the pizza and you have to deal with that. So it wasn't until I was visiting friends in other countries that I realized in a lot of places it's normal to order a condiment with your pizza to dip your crust in. And also stuffed crust or like pizza toppings like I don't know, a kebab pizza. I feel like you can buy specific like a Turkish pizza, which is also apparently a Dutch Turkish thing. It's not something that you can actually get in Turkey. Um but like we have things that are, like, similar, I guess, to having, like, some sort of a pizza with kebab meat, but generally speaking, we do not have that in, like, every average pizza place. So, yeah, I learned a lot about pizza by traveling, actually. The thing is when you're in Italy, you also don't get to order dip with your pizza crust. So, I guess we Dutchies do it the Italian way. Okay, I'm just gonna add a bunch of lights that are ugly. We'll replace those with, like, good lights, later down the line. Um Yeah, I guess we do need lights in here, even though we have the huge windows. Wait, did you guys see that? Look at how pretty the light is from this part of the cruise ship. The swatch tray is part of the Better Build Buy mod. It's actually a new update, but it's not in the game itself. It is a mod. But I'm so happy that Twisted Mexi added it. It's my first time playing with it today, and it's such a game changer. At a kebab house, a creme fraiche or yogurt-based sauce to dip the crust in. Yeah, which I honestly like. Um the view and the lighting, right? This is like a custom loading screen. It's genuinely so pretty. The pool is like, ruining it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I hate the ladder. Like, I'm so tempted to just not give my Sims a ladder in this pool. Also, I love that from here, you can see through the pool into the restaurant. And from the restaurant, you can see into the oh my god, the sunset on the water. That's wild. What was added? The swatch tray. So let me show you. If you have an object in the build catalog and you click on it, it will show the like all the swatches. You can scroll and then basically grab the swatch that you want. And it works for every item. So it also works for like things in build mode. So for instance, if you want to have the spandrels, if you click on it, it has like all the items. Um, it's so nice. Oh my god, I can't wait to go on my imagine you're on a cruise with your Sims and they're like sunbathing. Oh. This is gonna get some pretty holiday pictures. Um, I guess we should save this as like a little photo spot or something. Like this is gonna be the selfie spot of this cruise ship. 100%. Like I can see my Sims doing a photo shoot here. Even here. Even here. Oh my god, here. Oh, this is so pretty. Or here. Also, I'm so used to the camera controls in Minecraft at this point that I try to go up and down with space and shift, and that doesn't work because here you actually need to use Q and E, and I keep being confused about this. Wait, you're an actual genius. The photo markers from Moschino? Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Because obviously, I don't currently don't have the pose player in my game either because I think it's still broken. But having those photo spots, you can still have Sims actually go like stand there to take a photo. That is such a good idea. Hold on. Also, I hate this song. I have to skip it. Um, I guess we could add like 2 over here. Does that work? Can your Sims stand this close next to each other? For me, Post Player is broken. It broke with like 2 updates ago. Like the one that was super unexpected and then broke everything. I think they might actually have to be, like, a full thing apart for it to work. Otherwise, I think your Sims glitch if they stand next to each other. Yours works? Really? Mine just kept crashing my game. Like, if I had it in, it didn't work at all. Maybe it got an update. Did you update it? Obviously, sometimes I look at things and they're not updated and then I just forget about them. Yeah, XML is still not updated, by the way. Okay, so we have the floor plan here. Let's actually get those lights up here as well. Um, those pose spots would work for me with no CC, but they would overlap maybe. Yeah, I guess maybe they would overlap a little, but I think if you place Sims there, um, and you have a third Sim taking the photo, you can actually let those Sims pose. No, I think you might be right that you need XML for post player. Because I do have the XML mod in my game normally, and a lot of mods that use it are still broken. On your Genshin grind again, nice. Okay, so I think now that we have all of this out of the way, like we have our main like food area, I guess. I think next up, a big thing that we're gonna have to do is work on the downstairs area. Like the floor where you enter. Because I guess there we're gonna have to figure out where we're gonna add all the entertainment. Oh yeah, the ISO camera. Of course, yeah. I use that one all the time. Um, but I know that it's something that like as a mod not everyone has, but if you have it, it's so good. For anyone who doesn't know, the ISO camera is basically a camera from it's like a CC camera that you can put on the tripod and then you don't need a sim to control it. So, like, you could get the tripod and the camera, and for instance, like, just plop it down here, and then you can get 2 Sims to stand on this and pose, and then you can take the picture without needing a Sim that is controlling the camera. So you don't, like, need to add someone to your household. Um, it's so useful because very often I have either, like, single Sims or maybe couples that are out together or maybe they're, like, getting married or something, and then I don't wanna have Sims needing to operate the camera. Um, I wish we had gambling in the game, but that's, like, not a thing. I have CC for it, but I wanna keep this a CC free build so everyone can have it. So we were thinking definitely a spa and a gym. That's, like, a must-have on a cruise ship. Um, if possible, maybe we could add a lap pool, in the spa and gym area because I guess, like, spa gym area is gonna be big. We were also talking about a bowling alley. But I don't know if that's gonna fit. This build initially, I was, oh yeah, true, we do have card tables. No, you're so right. We do have card tables. Um, absolutely. Okay, see, but like a bowling alley would take up so much space in this ship that I don't think that's realistic. Like that's gonna take more space than we're gonna get out of entertainment. Because we were also talking maybe movie theater. Yeah, that could be fun. So I think it would be fun if we have an area for like arcade gaming. We could also add the retro consoles that come with this new pack. We can add like a gaming station. Maybe we can add a PC or something. Like we can actually make like sort of a gamer area where we also have game tables. We can have a gym and spa. I think that would be super nice. I guess it would be good to have some staff quarters. Like it doesn't have to be a huge area, but like some staff quarters I think is going to be nice. And then like, I think a movie theater would be kinda cool, even if it's just, like, a nice sorta living room. Um, looking at this space, like, logically, we would be able to hello? Like, split it up sort of in 4 parts. Obviously, this is not actually how I'm gonna hello? Can you stop glitching? Um, this is not exactly how I'm gonna split it up, but, like, just to give you an idea. Also, hi, Michelle, welcome in, I hope you're doing well. A disco, oh, that's actually such a cute idea. Oh my god, I'm gonna run out of space. We're not gonna have enough space. This cruise ship is ginormous and we're not gonna have enough space. Outdoors on the top floor. Well, the thing is, we don't really have any space here because this is going to be a bar area. Like, I'm going to add a bar with like a smoothie area too. I was thinking of potentially having some tables and stuff for Sims to sit outside over here. And then I wanted to do maybe some yoga mats or something, but like even this space, like we need to keep a lot of it somewhat free. Um like you want to be able to take pictures here and stuff, so I'm not really going to put a movie theater here because that's also where your Sims will get off the stairs. Um, so this area is gonna be like a bar. I guess we could add maybe a dance floor over here. So during the day, this could be like a smoothie bar, and during the night, this could be just like the like bar for Sims to also go out and party. We can add some speakers and stuff. Maybe that's even nicer than trying to add that downstairs as well. Because we also have the performance space here, right? So like Sims could play music or do stand-up comedy or something, and then Sims could watch. Um, I guess if we wanted to, just like a random thought, we could have maybe staff quarters over here as well. Like, as opposed to having the staff quarters downstairs, that would save space. Because technically staff quarters is going to be, like, small. Because we have the captain, we're gonna have maybe, like, a fitness or a wellness trainer, and then we're gonna have 2 maybe, like, more general staff of people that are cleaning and cooking and, just housekeeping, um, I don't know. And, like, the fitness person can also maybe entertain at night, and then the captain can also entertain at night, like, we can have them do different activities, but that would basically mean that we maybe would need, like, 3 beds or something, and then over here, we could have, like, the shared bathroom, and then that could be the captain's quarters. That stage as a we could technically use the stage for a movie, yeah, but I like the idea because then I'm afraid that Sims are constantly gonna watch movies here while they're also supposed to eat and stuff. Also, Bologna, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I just realized that I hadn't said hi to you, but movie Under the Stairs. So the stairs actually have stairs under them. Like, I connected all of that, and I wouldn't wanna have them here because this is, like, one of the prettiest spots in terms of view. So, I would prefer to have maybe like, what we could do is we could make this an area where your Sims can sit and read or maybe, like, paint or something. I think it would be cool to maybe have, like, an easel or something on this part. Um, or maybe on this part, like, either one of the 2. Something that I don't like is the stairs ending like this. I would prefer for them to end the other way around. But that doesn't work with how these are placed right now. Um, yeah, that works better, I think, because then we can actually move that wall and we have more space to work with. And then that's genuinely more like a just a wall, just a hallway. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, like none of my instruments have the right song option, even with max skill. I didn't even know this was a thing you could do. I've realized this more often that I just like sometimes people are like, "Oh, do you miss this in your game?" And I'm like, "That was a thing in the game." I was probably supposed to know that, but I didn't. At this point, there's just so much in the game. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I feel like sometimes it's just impossible to remember. Ah, okay, you know it's because it's in your Sims aspiration. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think this is better because look, now we can actually have the wall go all the way over here, which gives us way more space to work with here. That then this is like in the back of the ship. It's just like a big hallway, I guess. Sims has so much content now. It's actually wild. Okay, we definitely need another hallway. I think on cruise ships having like long hallways is just kind of part of the deal. So I don't really mind. Um I think this can be smaller though. Hold on. Doesn't have to be 4 wide. I think 2 wide is also fine because that gives us a lot more space to work with over here. And then we can just have those archways again to make sure that they're not like entirely closed off hallways. Wait, have I already been streaming for that? Time is weird today. But yeah, in about 5 minutes, we're gonna have our first round of ads. So if you're hanging out here, um, then just know that we're gonna take a little break. Uh, you could put lounge chairs or small tables in the back by the stairs. Yeah, yeah, we have a lot of these spaces where it's kind of sort of just a, I don't know, traffic space. I'm gonna put like loads of benches and chairs and like, I don't know, comfortable seating areas in that, I think. Machinery space. I was thinking about that. I would love to, but I'm a bit afraid that I won't have the space for it. The only thing that we could do, I think, is we could technically add like a basement. We can't have a basement because we're on a waterfront lot. Never mind. We can't do a basement. um I would like to have a machinery room as well. I think that would be super cool, but I just don't know how to make that happen. Um I do also think, for instance, this could be like really good space for bathrooms on the ground floor. Like we could do 4 bathrooms here with like space for sinks. The only big downside right now is if your Sims arrive at the cruise ship, with any, I don't know if I'm gonna end up with any random corners though. Because what I'm thinking right now, let me just like place some things down so we can remember it. For now, cinema. I guess for the cinema, we don't need that entire space. Looking at how large that screen is, if we have this space, that would already be good. But I want to prioritize functional rooms over decorative rooms because I would love for this to be like a super functional lot that if your sim goes here for like a stay, like let's say they go on a getaway for 5 days, that they actually have things to do for 5 days and not that they're done with everything that they can do on the ship within like, I don't know, 3. I guess it would be, you know what would be kind of nice? Hold on. So if we go for like, I don't know, does that, we have the one that is square as well, right? This one. Yeah, your Sims won't be able to enter this. Oh, that's frustrating. I was thinking we could do like one of those hot spa baths. I think if it's like this, your Sims will be able to enter. That could be part of the spa. Oh yeah, I wasn't planning on adding it here. I'm just trying to figure out like what we can add. Um, we also wanted to have hot tubs. Oh crap! I wanted to have the sunken ones. Now the big question is, if we have the sunken hot tub, does it show up on the flow below? What? The flow below? What am I saying? Floor below. Floor below. What? I can't even replicate. Yeah, it does. I mean, that's realistic, but I also hate it. Because that means we can't really add them on the deck. Because they'll just show up on the floor below. Which would totally ruin the view. Like, imagine you're like, oh wow, such pretty view. What is that shit coming from the ceiling? Like, that does not work. Um, so I guess if we're doing hot tubs, we're just gonna have to go back to the old-fashioned above floor hot tubs. Yeah, yeah, there are ones that don't go into the floor, but the ones that go into the floor are the new ones. So I kind of wanted to use them. Hmm. Why is it glitching? I can place it there, but now it's disappeared. So I guess that won't work. Oh, I genuinely thought this cruise ship is so big. No, no. We're literally running out of space. Like, I already don't know where to put stuff. So now I'm like, do I want to have the jacuzzis on like the bar area where I also wanted to add the dance floor and also wanted to add like does that make any sense? I don't know. Oh yeah, ads in 15 seconds. I'm going to save. I'm going to think about this for a second and see what I can come up with when we come back from the break. Make sure to stretch and hydrate and stuff like that during the break. Take some time away from the screen, and then I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Hello. I am back. I am back. I am back. Oh, I ran up the stairs. I got myself some licorice. The what now? Oh god, what did I say? What did I say? Oh, the flow below. I was like, what did I say? But yes, I did say that. Entropy. Exactly. I don't know. I don't know. Do I want this? Like, I don't it in a way it is kind of perfect to have the hot tubs here because like imagine your Sims being in the hot tub with this view. And then also they can literally get a drink right here and then like this could be a really good like romance spot. But also, I don't know. Do I like that? Does it make sense? Do you like it? The flow below, it's like poetic, exactly. Maybe we should get a bar. Hold on. Then I can sort of just see the spacing around it, I guess. Okay, well, I don't know exactly what kind of bar I'm gonna use, but honestly, this bar might be kind of nice. Um, you think you'd like it on the floor? The problem is I don't have space. Like one would think that this is a great space. You'd be like, "Oh, that's nice." That'd be right in front of the captain's window. So I don't think that's gonna work. I feel like putting the hot tubs here is gonna give them way too much. Like that feels overboard. I don't know. Like, for some reason, having it all the way at the front feels like they're the focal point of the cruise ship. That just doesn't make sense to me either. Having them here would mean that they're horrendously in the way, and around the pool, there's no space. Like, the alternative would be to get rid of the splash pads to turn on residential rental onboarding. Oh, I think I got that too, but I assumed it was because I had a new save file. Is it a new save file? Because then sometimes it can actually pop up. No? Then I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I like the splash pads because it gives, like, more area for kids. I feel like it completes the area. I think with one splash top, one hot tub, it's gonna look super cluttered. Like, I feel like it's just gonna look like I squished a bunch of things in the same area. I can see this being a family-friendly cruise ship. Like, I like that idea. Especially because I think going on a holiday with a family, like if you have single Sims, you probably already travel around the world quite a lot and it's easy to have like social interactions and stuff. But specifically when you have a bigger family, sometimes it can be so hard to leave the house with your Sims. Um and have them with like a steam room and stuff. So that's exactly okay, thoughts. You are literally my thoughts right now. That's why I started thinking about hot tubs because I was working on the floor all the way downstairs and I was thinking about the onsen bath. Like having this bath, this is technically like a heated spa bath. I was thinking if you have that, you could have it and then potentially go like this so that your Sims can actually enter, or maybe even like this. It just needs like one tile so your Sims can actually go into the bath. And then we can make this into a spa room, like with a massage table and stuff like that. But then that's why I was thinking if we have this, do we need the hot tub altogether? Like, maybe we can just not have the hot tub. The onsen, oh, yeah, potentially it needs to be like this. You're right, which is fine. We can just flip it. You're absolutely right. The arrows are on that side. But then I guess we maybe just don't need the hot tubs. I don't remember if your Sims can woohoo in the onsen. Um, okay, let me just get some lights everywhere because right now it is so dark down here. Let's get some lights in the toilets as well. Um, oh yeah, they can. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's why I feel like a hot tub would be extra fun because it would be like a woohoo spot. But now your Sims could technically just woohoo in the onsen. Since when can I not place a light above the onsen? What is that? What is that about? There we go. Um, but then this could technically be like a spa area, and we could even have it so that you have one door over here, and that Sims can enter, and then there would be like a door that goes into the onsen. Like it's actually an attachment to the spa. I think that would work. And then we could have the gym area on this side, I guess, because we have a lot of gym equipment at this point. Um, like we could have like yoga mats. Not even that many. I'm just placing like some filler furniture right now, right? So we can have that. We can have these. I'm not necessarily liking these swatches, for instance. We can. Ooh, we could maybe have like, you know what would be cool? We could maybe have the yoga classes or like even like actually have a yoga class or a meditation space out here. It is a hallway, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, what if we wait, I have an idea. Hold on. What if we make that an actual room? Okay, let's give that a slightly bigger hallway because otherwise I feel like that would be a little bit intense. But that would be such a perfect spot for like a yoga class and a meditation area. And then if you come down the stairs, like you can go again, a ship is going to have a lot of long hallways. I think we can't really avoid that, but that way we give ourselves an entire extra room. That just makes sense. But then for the gym, let's see. What do I want to have in there? Um, Wait, is it here or is it in the other category? I always forget. Exactly. Yoga with a super pretty view. I think that'd be really nice. Hi, Melissa. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Um, oh no, it's in here. So we have like maybe two of these. Um, Definitely two of these. I would like to have. Where is the free weights from the new pack? Am I blind? Like the spinning bikes and the free weights, where are they? Oh, here we have the spinning bikes. Definitely need to get two of those as well. And the free weights, of course. I guess we can maybe we can get two. Those are relatively small. And then we want to have maybe like the boxing things. I think with that we can easily fill that room as like a good gym. Um I was thinking maybe we can have a sauna over here. I hate how that doesn't like perfectly line up. Had the day off and got to see your gran. Wait, that's so lovely. That is amazing. Um Love the hoodie. Thank you. It's very, very comfy. Do like, I feel like the sauna would be better on this side of the build. That's why I wanted to get the gym equipment because I was like, "Oh, maybe I can fit it here." Even if I can just fit one, that would be fine. But I guess I would like to have showers here too. Um, which I think we could add. Like, if we have the sauna over here, it can have its door over here. And then that could be maybe, like, showers for the gym area. Because maybe one sauna is enough. There's not gonna be that many Sims on the ship if we have that many activities to fill 2 saunas, I think. Um, and this still gives us a reasonable gym area to work with. Like, we can actually utilize that wall, so we could have this. Saunas are often connected to the showers. True. True, true. So we could technically swap that, I guess. Like, we could have the sauna over here. Um, like this. And then we could have the door even. That might be nice. Then the showers are accessible from both the spa, the onsen, the gym, and they lead into this. And then we can just have 4 showers in there. Um, like this. And then we can have Sims like walking through. Oh yeah, shit, we need a kids activity area. That's actually a really good shout. I was completely forgetting about that, but we definitely do. I don't think I will keep these doors, but these are just the ones that I happen to see. And then I would like for between the sauna area and the onsen, I definitely want to have this. Like, I feel like that has to be open. This has to feel like one space, I think. I do like that there is a wall, but it still has to feel somewhat like one space. Okay, but that's nice because then we have sort of like this entire front part of the ship is going to be wellness area. And it does connect to the upper floors. I like that as well. I think that's really convenient. The only thing I'm tempted to do is actually have this go like this. Although I hate how that looks over here as well. I could just have 2 columns there, I guess. That just looks a little bit better with the stairs. And then again, I would put a platform in there, so if you're playing here, that platform would stay up. I'm gonna see if that's not super annoying and in your view. We have toilets in the middle part. So we have 4 bathrooms over here. So I can add like 4 separate toilets and like sinks and stuff. Um, Al says, Dev, thank you for watering your plants. Let's go. And Koki, hello. It is good to see you. Um, walking. So the thing is, I believe these showers, because they're from university, they're supposed to have your Sims be able to shower here and not get embarrassed. Ooh, save reminder. That's a really good shout. That's the thing. I know in the onsen bathrooms, your Sims can also shower without getting embarrassed. But I forgot how that works. I don't remember if that's part of the showers that come with the pack, like these ones. Um, I don't see it. Um, I think the onsen lot makes them shower in swimwear. Fair enough. I wish that was something that we could set up ourselves. That would be ideal, I guess. Um, okay, I think we could have some weights on this side, and then we can have like these over here. And then we can have the spinning bike sitting over here, maybe. Um, I guess we can have those sort of like sit in. Guess maybe that can go like this then. Uh, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out how to do the layout. I mean, I guess we could just have one like boxing thing. Then I might want to get another treadmill. And I might want to get a third bike. Then, like, quite a lot of Sims can work out here at the same time. Mm, maybe that has to go like this then. Mm, hmm. Maybe only one free weights? If I also want to add, like, a little bit of decoration, like plants and stuff. Yeah, maybe just one free weights, and then we can add that over there. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do free weights. I'm mostly just or sorry, mirrors. I'm mostly trying to figure out, like, the layout of the room if I have enough space for the things that I wanna have in it right now. Um, I was thinking we could just do a big mirror wall over here so that anyone working out in this room would be able to see themselves, and we could also do the same over here, I guess. That would be nice. Um, I think this is good. I think with that, we have, like, all the, those activities. We could make this into the kids' playroom, I guess. I might just for, like, remember purposes, add this in here. That's gonna be the cinema, and then we have this entire space left. And I remember we talked about something, and I don't remember what it was. Bowling, we already accepted is not gonna fit. Like, the bowling lanes would be longer than this. I guess we at this point, now that we agreed on not having any hot tubs, we could have the dance floors, like, the party area up here. I feel like if you're gonna have a party area on a boat, that's also kinda, like, the best place it can go, right? Um Oh, we wanted to do, like, a game cafe, like an arcade kinda style. Oh, that's actually gonna be really nice downstairs, yeah. I can totally see that. Um, where are the dance floors? Yeah, a casino, exactly. Unfortunately, we don't really have any, like, gambling things, but we do have card tables, and we have, like, this arcade machine, and we have the new, like, retro console that came with this pack. We also have this GameCube. We have a dartboard. We have the, foosball table. You know what would be super nice to have somewhere up here? The table tennis tables. Realistically, you probably would not have those on the sides like this because, if you smash your that's gonna go overboard. But I guess it's a Sims cruise, so it will work. Oh, is it tied to his skill? Of course. That is such a good point. And then I was thinking maybe we could do these, but then they would go like, they would look out into the captain's cabin. Probably not the most realistic, but it could be really fun. Like, you could see the captain from the dance floor. I do wanna use the smaller ones because then I can center them without running into the issues of the Is that cool or not? Yeah, there's a llama game, which is basically just Jenga, I guess. Oh, but I mean, like, obviously, the table tennis tables would be nailed down to the floor, but imagine playing table tennis here. I don't know, but I would constantly shoot things off of the edge of the ship. Also, Alicia and Crafty, welcome in. I hope both of you are doing well. Who knows what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, I didn't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so I don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. But now I'm kind of curious. The captain. Oh, you have such a good point. Yeah, okay, maybe not use these ones. The captain could look up as well. How did I not think about that? We could do like the marble ones. I don't think I've ever used these. Wait, why is that actually kind of nice? Like, why does that fit with the colors of the ship? No dress codes allowed. No, what? No dress codes allowed. What? No, that's not what I meant to say. Um, Imagine piloting a ship and people are not behind you, above you. You just look up and you're like, oh, damn. They're having a good time. No, actually, I like that. I think that really blends in with the colors of the ship. Oh, I accidentally have a wall sticking out of my ship. Hold on. It's from Lonely Island? Yeah, Discord is 18 plus. Oh my god, you know how long I have not heard or thought about Lonely Island? For anyone who doesn't know, they have one song that me and my classmates used to sing all the time in high school, even though I probably think for most of us it was the most inaccurate thing we could sing because the lyrics literally go, I just had sex and it felt so good. Like we literally sang that as if it was our anthem. We were like 16 or 17. I think this was a bit later. Like I think I was 16. Maybe I was 15. It was like later years of high school, I think. But still, they do have some genuine bangers. I completely forgot about this. Oh my, they have multiple really good songs actually. Like catchy songs, I mean. Yeah, I just unlocked a core memory. Completely forgot about it. Thank you, Yasmaniac. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, I do feel like we need the lighter ones. They just fit a bit better on the cruise ship. And I would like to center them with the stairs. That's like very nitpicky, but I do think it looks better. Um Oh my god, Liv, I can only imagine seeing that and you're like, "What? Excuse you? Why would you say that?" And then realizing like, "Oh, yeah." You know what? That actually is kind of iconic with the circular shape next to the pipes. Um These also come in red, but I don't know if I actually like that. I need to see proper daytime. Hold on. Do we like that? Nah, I don't actually. I like this, but I like these more if they're I think. I actually kind of like the pink, even though that doesn't necessarily fit with the rest of the boat. But now I'm like, do I want to go for maybe more like a pink vibe up here? We could have, you know what I'm going for? Palm trees and flamingos. Do you see the vibe? Like that kind of party vibe. But then I think this works better with this. And then I think Lovestruck actually has some good items that we can use. Um, let's actually see. Let's just filter because I feel like Lovestruck, honestly, perfect pack for this entire area. Mm, let's see. Wait, that is low-key kind of perfect. I was thinking I wish I had something to put in between here to connect the two bar pieces together. And the best part is that is also a bar. It's just like a compact version. I do think I need a different swatch. Oh god, the swatches don't match. Like, either that matches and then the top doesn't match. That's, like, infuriating. Who came up with that idea? I guess it's fine-ish. Um, it works well enough, I think. I like that it's still the round shape. I do think that actually looks good. Oh my god, flamingo cruise. That's actually kind of cute. I like that. But now I'm kind of like, okay, but if we call it the flamingo cruise, do we have this one with pink? I don't think so. We have this one that has a line in it. I know we jokingly said the other day, what if it's a pink cruise ship? And I'm kind of like, but what if it is a pink cruise ship? Wow. Speaking, good lord. Like, for instance, that comes in pink too. That doesn't come in pink, unfortunately. The thing is, I did actually really like the slide in yellow. I feel like that had a good vibe to it. Also, hi, Kiva. Welcome in. Wait, I already saw you. What? Brain glitch. Yes, that song is awfully explicit. Like, censoring it indeed would be, a challenge. See, but all of these have, like, a stripe at the bottom, which means that I can't really use them for this because technically the colors need to connect. Otherwise, this doesn't work. Which is frustrating. Because I think with that, I can officially conclude that we won't be able to do the pink stripe. I really wish we could, but I don't think there is a way. So I guess we're gonna stay with the red. I do also really like the red colors for the ship though. I think it looks good. Um Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, we were looking at Love Struck. Um and then not necessarily pink anymore, I guess. Um just everything. Mm, that's actually kind of cute to have somewhere on the ship. I don't know where yet, but I might actually keep that bench for now. Mm, are we gonna try to add a back bar? Like, I think that clips too much to add it. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Over there. Um, that is fair. That is fair. The thing is, I also, like, I have changing favorite colors. So, the other day I was like, "Oh, I wanna build my Minecraft house in my forever world." I just couldn't decide. Like, I genuinely couldn't decide what color I wanted my house to be or, like, what the accent color should be. I was like, "Do I want an orange roof? Or maybe I want a green roof? Or maybe I want a purple roof? What if the roof is red?" Like, I just couldn't pick. And I was a bit annoyed with myself. Thank you, Cramsleen. It is actually just a sweater. Like, super soft and fluffy. That's why you need polls in chat. No, literally, though. I was kind of feeling lost. I was like, my chat isn't here, and now I don't know what to do. We could use the same palm trees as we use downstairs, but like the pink and white version. Oh, that's kind of like a coincidental but super nice cohesive part. I like that. It looks so cozy. It is very cozy. I bought this kind of on a whim like months ago, and then I couldn't wear it, obviously, because it was way too warm. So I've just been waiting until I could finally wear it. I didn't know until recently either, you. I think I grabbed it like by accident and I was like, wait, this is gonna come in handy at one point. That one point wasn't at that time, like, I was like, "This is not right now," but yes, this is gonna come in so handy. Also, we are literally on an island cruise. Do we need a warmer? Where did you get it? Skinny Dip. Skinny Dip London, and it was on sale. So that's why I decided to buy, like, a super warm sweater in summer, because otherwise I don't think I would have been like, "Oh, I'll wait until winter," but, like, the price was down quite a lot, so I was like, "Okay, you know what? I'll just buy it now." I might have this in this corner. I do like that. Um, hold on. Let's get the Love Struck things back. It gives light as well. Oh, that's actually a good check. I haven't checked that. It doesn't, or at least not for now. I think if you turn it on, it does. We're definitely gonna have to work on the lighting for this build. Um, let's just go to daytime. Um, I just realized if we have showers here, like, Sims are not gonna use them because out of embarrassment. Oh, we'll definitely do fans in the bedrooms. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But right now I'm not working on those, so not really gonna do that now, I think. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my train of thought. Um, ooh. Wait, that could actually be kinda nice. Hold on. I wanna make sure that it doesn't, like, actually go on to the that is nice. Yeah, yeah, I'm so for this build, I've decided I'm gonna do the lighting as the last thing, because then I can just do it for the entire ship in one go, because we're gonna have to add so much lighting on the outside and also on the inside, but on the inside, I guess I can do it room per room, but here I feel like I want to see the entire thing done before I start adding anything, in terms of lighting, because I feel like otherwise I'm gonna pick a light and then realize later down the line that that's not really the style or vibe that I was gonna go for. Um We also have this decorative workout gear set that I guess we could just add in here for now to just make the gym feel even more decorated. I was thinking, could we have, like, does it look weird if I have this, like, sort of on here for the bar area? Um, exactly, to have it coherent. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yes, it is, part of the Better Build Buy mod. Twisted Mexi actually released the update, like, a couple of days ago. So, before this, it was in early access, but now he releases Watch Tray. You can even go here and, like, click the item that you want. I think open showers don't embarrass Sims. Really? I think we talked about this earlier. I think the open showers don't embarrass Sims on certain lot types. Yeah, apparently they come in pink. I don't think I knew this either. Um, can I not rotate them? Didn't mean to grab that. Oh, because they're wall pieces, you can't rotate them, okay. But do we like that? Is it on here? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that mod is on there because that's, I think it's even in my must-have mod category because it's one that I was already using for a really long time. Um, like, I love that mod with all my heart. At this point, I actually struggle to play the game without the mod. You like it? Okay. Then let's keep it for now at least. Um, we don't really have any speakers now. We also don't have any places to sit. Like, we have the bar stools, but I would like to have some more places to sit. I guess because it's outdoor, it would make more sense to just look at the outdoor seating area or section, right? I guess having loungers like this would make sense. Then we just need to move that plant a little bit, but I guess that's fine. We can have that all along the edges. Oh, that works. That's nice. That has a good cruise ship vibe, I feel like. It has a good summer vibe. Um, and then maybe we can have, um, hold on. Let's get some stereo. We can have some speakers like over here. Um, the cube tables from the patio kit. Wait, you mean the perfect patio stuff pack? I also, use kit and stuff pack interchangeably at this point. Mm. Or you mean these ones? I don't know if I would be able if I wanted to add those. I guess it would make sense to have a table here. So you can like add your or like put your drinks on it or something. But for some reason, then I'm tempted to like move the dance floor like forward a bit. Does that look good? No, I still think the tables look like, I don't know, the single tile stone ones. Single tile stone ones. We have these ones, which is called a heart place. My mind is too dirty for stuff like that. But I feel like that looks really weird. Also, I think that's a chair. Hi, Chris. Hmm. Do you mean these ones? Those are the Desert Lux tables, but these are not a single tile. These are 4 tiles. Or maybe they're not in the outdoor seating category. Yes, those ones? Okay. I feel like those are a bit funky. I love those actually, but I feel like for this build they're a bit too large. Um that round one from Desert Lux, we could try that one. The problem is I just don't really know where to put it, but maybe that round one could go in that corner. Is it in here as well? Yeah, this one. I guess that one could be nice. It comes in like a softer pink swatch as well. I like that. Yeah, let's have that over here. And then your Sims can add their drinks and stuff to it. I did not mean to rotate that. Hold on. Yeah, I like this. We can even move it a bit closer to the planter. We can't have that blocking the stairs, of course. There we go. I like that. That's good. I feel like with that, maybe the bar area upstairs is also just kind of done. Because if we want that to stay a functional space, we can't add too much to it because I think then um it will become too full. We obviously have the photo spot here as well. I was first thinking we could make this a smoothie bar, but now thinking that we actually have like the spa area with um the yoga spot and stuff. Maybe we can have the smoothie bar in here. Maybe we can actually make this like a bigger hallway. Um Hold on. No, I didn't mean to delete that room. That doesn't work. Hold on. I guess we'll still have enough space for like yoga mats and stuff. Because it's still a pretty big room. And then we could add, like, a smoothie bar down here. Like, then that hallway that is literally connected, we could just make, like, a smoothie station. A couple of small cafe tables. I just don't think that's gonna fit. Because the small cafe tables take up a lot more ground space than the sofas. So I just don't think that would fit. Like, I wouldn't know where to place those. Yeah, yeah, we could have, like, a coffee and smoothie bar down here. Um, let's see. Just for, like, reference, this is not gonna be the final product. Actually, I think it would be better on the other side. Because then it doesn't interfere with, like, the walkway from the thing. From the thing. Great job, bro. That's exactly what you wanted to say. We can have, like, multiple smoothies, and maybe we can also have a kettle for Sims that wanna have tea and coffee and smoothies. Like, we can make this a nice corner, we can decorate it properly and stuff. And then over here, we could maybe add, like, some table seating or something, so that your Sims can have a coffee break when they're at the spa or at the gym or getting their workout in the morning. This is gonna be a small cinema. This is gonna be the kids' room. Um, we can have, like, activity tables and stuff. Mm. Yeah, yeah, open shelving and stuff. That would be super cute. The candy machine, I don't know. That feels a bit, I don't know, contrary to what you're trying to do when you're at the gym. Of like being healthy, working out, taking care of your body, and then I mean, obviously coffee kind of goes against that as well, but I feel like the candy machine would be a bit random. Yes, that's what I was thinking. We could do like a little fruit bowl and stuff and decorate that area. Exactly. You can dump your kids at the daycare and then go to the spa. Oh, for the kids. Oh, that could be fun. Also, maybe I'll make the kids area the same. No, I think the cinema does have to be a bit bigger than the kids area. But then the kids area, this can be our arcade slash game room. Like those objects, I think, are pretty large as well. Like the arcade machine, for instance. I guess even if we have just two in here, like that would already fill the space so well. Also, hi Rivera, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well today. Um, yeah, we'll have like arcades, and then we can have we have so many game tables at this point. We have the Don't Wake the Llama game. We have the Got 'em, which is basically kind of like poker. It would be cool to have a retro gaming console station somewhere. Having a dartboard is nice, but the problem with the dartboard is they take actually like so much space. So I wouldn't really know where to put that just yet, but I think it would be cool. We have the high stakes card game tables. I think it would be nice to pick one card game maybe. Because then also we can have the look be a little bit like, I don't know, overlapping. Um what else do we have? Also, just for reference, see the bowling lane doesn't even fit in that part of the cruise ship. It's actually wild. Oh, people were talking earlier about the balconies next to the restaurant. We could have those bubble machines on them. That's actually a really nice idea. I don't think 4 chairs around it will fit. Oh, here we have the Don't Wake the Llama with the chairs already. Maybe I'll get that quickly. Um, but we have like the Bubbletrons, and then you can have, I think, a pong table. We already have 2 on the main deck upstairs. Because those take quite a lot of space, so I think we needed that. Actually, I don't know if we can have this on here. Because I guess you can only add 1 chair. Maybe if we add it like this, I guess you can have 2 chairs maximum. Like, if I get this with the chairs, yeah, I guess we can go like this. That would work. That's cute though. I like that. I think that's actually kind of nice. I think they might have to be a little bit out of the from the wall. Obviously, I'll use different chairs because I don't really like that, but also Livy, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It would be cool to have one of the arcade mats, but that might be if I'm gonna have like the we can have maybe one. I guess I like the look and feel of that one more. Like it matches more of my vision for like the poker vibes or something. I guess if we wanted to, because this is a TV, we could technically add the retro console over here. And then I guess Sims can just play games in the cinema as well instead of in the arcade. Maybe that's better, actually. Because otherwise, we're going to have to add a TV and a setup and stuff here, even though it's like literally next door. I think I like that more. And then we can have like the other console too. So your sim can play like all the games. And didn't the Casanova kit come with like the shelvings that belong to it? Where is it? Casanova Cave? I just want to see everything. Ooh. Um, Set a games night. So the thing is you can't make a schedule per day. You make one overarching schedule that would take place at this lot. So I think what I would do is as a night activity, I would set it up as like that they can go gaming or watch a movie and then it's kind of dependent on the Sims which one will happen first. Um so like that's the one thing I actually had a couple of people ask about this in the when I was doing the getaway tutorial. Quite some people wanted to know, like, can you set a schedule per day? The only thing that you can do is you can set up the activity shuffler, um, which basically shuffles through the schedule. Like, if you're on a, let's say you're on a getaway for 5 days and you set the activity that, like, in the morning they need to do the spa things and then in the evening they need to do the gaming, then, like, on the second day that will be flipped around, for instance. So that is something that you can do to keep the change a bit, but then they could also swatch like the dinner and breakfast times. So I don't know if that makes the most sense. Um, but that's one thing to keep it interesting. The other thing is what you do if you schedule, like if you make the schedule for either a getaway or a custom venue, is that you basically, um, like you how do I say this? Like per time slot, you pick one main activity. For instance, the main activity can be free time, which means that your Sims primarily will behave based on their autonomy. Because you didn't like free time is basically something that is sort of like a wild card for the Sims. So they'll just pick their activities themselves. However, within the free time, you can say, please pick between these 5 activities of like watching a movie, painting, playing piano, something like that. And then your Sims, within their autonomy, will first pick those 5, and then if those aren't available, they'll do other things. If you want to be more specific, you could say like morning time is, for instance, for fitness, and then your Sims will only do things that are related to the fitness skill. Um, so you can like customize it if you wanted to. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I can actually show you. Hold on. Let me save before I open the scheduler. I have a full tutorial on my channel, so if you're curious, like, potentially that could be interesting to check out if you're gonna get this pack and you're like, "How does this work? I'm confused." Because honestly, it can be a little bit much. Where is it? Custom venue. Yes, let's change the lot type. But you can go into the, like, schedule preset. We're gonna make a special schedule for the cruise ship, of course, but we can already kinda start if we wanted to. Um So, apart from creating the roles, like I said, we could create a visitor role or like a cruise ship guest role, I guess. We can create like a fitness coach role and we can basically tell them what to do throughout the day. So, in the morning, let's actually create the guest role. Let's make it a cruise guest because I guess it's relatively specific. You can set up who needs to fill this role. In this case, it doesn't really matter. Like a cruise guest can be anyone. It can be a toddler. It can be a parent. And then you can say like what their primary activities are. considering that for the cruise guest, I want to definitely set that up throughout the different time slots in the day. I don't think the cruise guest has like one or two overarching activities that they'll always do. However, for instance, for the staff, like for the captain, for instance, you could set up that his or her primary role would be to, like, I don't know, clean the ship. Just saying something. That way, every single time that their role pops up in the schedule, you will have that as a default activity. For the cruise guest, we can leave it empty, I guess. Let's make the captain. I'm just also this is gonna be like high over. I will fine tune this if we actually get ready to like make the schedule. I guess for it has to be young adult, adult, or an elder. We don't want any teens or children spawning as the captain. Um, Other than that, it would be cool if their skill level in do we have anything like water related? Maybe fishing could be funny. Like the captain has to have fishing level 2 or higher. Maybe logic would make sense as well. Um, Anything else? Maybe social. Yeah, there we go. Um, so now like the captain will only spawn if it fits these ones. Then for the role activity, I think we can definitely set up some things. So I guess the captain has to be friendly overall. Ooh, charisma would have been good, yeah. At the same time, you also don't want to set up too many things because then the chances of your game actually generating a sim that has everything or finding a sim that has everything is not super high. So I would say for requirements, my personal preference is to not go above 3 max because I think at that point, like we already picked 3 skills and they need to be an adult. Like that narrows it down in the world a lot. Okay, so for the captain, I think the captain can help out cleaning as well. So technically, obviously, like the real captain would be sailing the ship, but we're not really going anywhere. So we have to come up with things for the captain to do. Like the captain can cook as well, I guess. Although I don't necessarily want the cooking activity. Hold on. Because there's one that is called serve food, which I think is actually going to be better because for cooking, the captain will just be cooking. With the serve food, what is going to happen is that the captain is actually going to serve food for other people to eat. Like we can serve meals. I guess the captain can also help with, I saw tend bars. So in this case, it's kind of weird. Like it's kind of weird that the captain is basically just working on the ship. But, I guess it makes sense. We can even customize the role outfit. I'm not gonna do that right now because it's actually gonna jump into cast, but you can do that the same way that you can customize club outfits and stuff. If I click on this, you can basically say, I want them to wear like a specific category of clothing. I want them to maybe dress in a specific style or in a specific color. Or you can fully customize the outfit per age group and gender. Or you can say, I don't really care what the sim is wearing. Like this role doesn't really matter. I would say maybe like for the captain, we can customize a uniform. That would be kind of cool. Um, for the cruise guest, it could maybe be like fun if they always wear their hot weather outfit, for instance. Could work with the buffet tables. I actually don't know. This is something that I haven't tested. But I can imagine it could, yeah. Um, that will match all the things you set in order to have a specific spawn, right? Wait, Uh, yeah, you could make a sim. You could even go as far as to selecting a sim if you wanted to. So in this case, for instance, we want like 8 guests. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We want 8 cruise guests. I'm also going to save this role to my library. You'll see why. Um the captain, we want 1 captain to spawn. If you wanted to, you can't do this if you're in infinite build mode, but like let's say you're in live mode so you actually have like sims loaded in. You can go here and you can assign a specific sim to the role. So that way like you could customize your captain entirely. You could completely make a specific sim for it that fits all the requirements and then you can even say, "Hey, I want that sim to be my captain." Like specifically that person needs to have this role and no matter who goes here or what getaway we have, that sim always needs to get that role. So you can like lock it in even, or you can just say it needs to fulfill the requirements and then it will basically. We could have Vladdy Daddy as the cruise ship captain if we wanted to. Like not like I said, not right now because we're in edit lot mode. Like we're basically in infinite build mode instead of gameplay mode. But you could if you wanted to. Um but yeah, the reason I just saved the cruise guest to my library is because now I can actually go into my library, get the cruise guest, and add the role again. It's gonna add it and call it like cruise guest 2, I think. Yeah, we have cruise guest 1 and cruise guest. So we can I don't know, we can call this cruise guest family or something like that. And then maybe add criteria. This could be um I wish you could say that they would have like bring their family, but I don't think you can say that. You can just say what ages they should be. But maybe we could say that this can be a child, a teenager, a young adult, or an adult. Like this is the family group. And then this cruise guest group, we could say the age group is going to be the elders. That's like the annoying pensionados who go on a cruise that are complaining about everything because like nothing is good enough. And then we have the captain. We could have maybe like a handyman who is going to be fixing things because obviously on a cruise ship, things are going to break. You can clean, you can do home chores, you can fix objects. See, there's also, for instance, like self-care, I would say is a perfect overarching one that we'll use in a little bit. So, I'll show you later what that means exactly. We could actually make a laundry room, for instance, and then Sims will do laundry. Like, we could even set that up as an activity. Other than that, um, what else can he do? Perform in puppet shows? Wait, that'd be so fun to have, like, a puppet show somewhere. We could maybe have some entertainment staff. Wait, that could be so fun. Wait, perform at puppet shows, only children can do that. Okay, that's unfortunate. I wish adults could do that and children could watch. Maybe he's also just gonna be friendly. Role criteria, very important. I would say age can be adult and young adult. And their skill level for handiness has to be at least 2. Wait, I first need to save this. I just realized. Save this and then do this. Skill level, handiness. Where is it? There we go. Save over existing rules. Okay. And then we were gonna do cruise crew. We can just call it crew, I guess. Um I think it would be nice to have 2 crew roles because we let me just do a double check. So we currently have 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so this would make for 20. Um so for the crew, I would say important is that they're going to um definitely be friendly. I want them to care and mentor for children. I think that's really nice. Um I don't necessarily want them to do anything like activity wise. I mostly want them to be there for the Sims that are there. Care for infants and toddlers. That's a great shout because then those crew members will like help out with the kids on the cruise. Um, I don't think we need care for animals because I don't think we're gonna take animals on a cruise ship. They can clean, and I guess we're gonna have them serve food as well. Then the only person like tending to the bar. So that's the thing. I'm now setting up like specific things for the roles. You'll notice something very soon. Um Now I can set up like the activities. So let's say that they all wake up at 6 in the morning. And the main activity for that time is going to be eating. And the cruise guest, um, hold on. Oh, I didn't set up roles for the cruise guest. That's why nothing shows. So the cruise guest in this time is gonna eat, I guess. Let's see. Can we say have breakfast specifically? And then we're going to add the captain. And as you can see, it automatically adds like all the activities that we've added. However, during this specific time slot, I don't want the captain to focus on being friendly or cleaning. I want them to only serve food and tend the bar. Maybe not even tend the bar. Like during this time slot, I only want the captain to serve food. Then I want the crew can be friendly and take care of kids and infants and clean and serve food. I think it might actually be nice if the crew is taking care of everything. Maybe not serve food. Maybe the captain is the only person who serves food in the morning. Um, we could have the handyman, maybe only clean because I guess if you have breakfast, there's going to be lots of plates and stuff. So I guess they can maybe just not do laundry. I think that'd be super annoying if they start doing laundry during breakfast. Then for the family, like the cruise family guests, we're also gonna say that they're gonna have breakfast. And okay, that was all the roles. So I accidentally just added a role. Yeah, I don't want that. Let's get rid of that. Bam. Do you see what I mean with like being able to set one overarching theme and then setting up the custom activities and being able to basically customize thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Customize like the roles that you've already set up to be even more detailed. The only like biggest limitation of this schedule feature is every time slot has to be 3 hours. So if we now want to schedule a next time slot, it's automatically gonna jump to 9 a.m., which I don't think necessarily is a bad thing, but I just want you to know that that is like I think an important limiting factor because that means that you can only schedule so many things in a day. Um, I also would recommend because this menu gets cluttered really fast. If you are done with a specific item or like a specific time slot, you can check in the bottom if all of your sims have assigned activity. So in this case, we have 20 out of 20 sims. That is correct because we also have 20 sims over here. Close it. Before you start working on the next time slot, close that one and then add the next one because it's basically going to add all the roles from your previous time slot with all the activities from your previous time slot or the default roles basically. Um so if you have both open, immediately this becomes like a really long scroll and it can be hard to not accidentally fuck up. I think for this main one, what we can do is the main activity is going to be self-care. Which means that your Sims will prioritize fulfilling things for their wants and needs, for instance. If you're like, actually, I don't want them to do that. I want them to, let's say, can we do workout? Yeah, we can do workout. And then like the cruise guest can work out or paint or whatever. Something that could work if you want to make this even more specific. Let's say you want that the kids on this cruise are all going to do kids activities in the morning and you want your adult sims to actually go do workouts and you want your elderly sims to actually go I don't know um go to the spa, just making something up. Like you could set up the different roles and then basically set activities for everyone. So that if your adult Sims goes on this cruise, they're gonna be way more focused on workouts and like, I don't know, active wellness. And then if you're an elder, you would focus more on like passive wellness and treating yourself. And if you're a kid on this cruise, you would basically focus on, crafting and using the activity table and the science table and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm not gonna set everything up right now. You can also set customized outfits for every single so you can have like per role, you can have an outfit, but you can even customize those outfits per time slot. So let's say that in the morning when everyone's eating, you want the captain to wear a maid costume, but then as soon as the breakfast is over, the captain's going to wear his normal outfit. You can customize that here. Like they can even switch outfits throughout the day based on the time schedule. So yeah, there's a lot you can do, but You are limited to 20 Sims, so you are limited in your roles if you want to have plenty of visitors. Um, you're also limited in your time slot length, and you're limited in the fact that it's going to repeat itself every single day. Like every single day is going to be the same. Which I guess if you think about the schedule broadly enough, that should be fine. Um, um, Also, Foxy, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I agree. Lasira is amazing. I absolutely agree with that. Now I can imagine Vlad with the captain cap and a maid dress. Exactly. Like if you wanted to, you could set that up. Um, I think for some of those are reasonable though for like Sims. Yeah, no, 100% thoughts. I agree. I think it's actually pretty smart. I think if they had allowed you to set up time slots that were shorter, I think the game would have probably started to run really poorly, even on like high end PCs and stuff. I don't think that would have worked. Um, okay, I'm just gonna get now that I've set the lot type. I'm just gonna get like the requirements in here. Um, okay, so this is the room section. We're gonna need. This is gonna be the kitchen section, so that's where we're gonna have our trash bin, I think. I would like to actually have the trash chute and like pretend that goes down to somewhere in like the storage of the cruise ship. Even though we technically don't really have that. We're just gonna pretend. And we need toilets, which I have made space for. So I was gonna say the only floor that doesn't have toilets, what you're gonna have toilets and bathrooms in here, I think. I just realized I haven't really thought about that. I guess layout wise of these rooms, it would make the most sense to have the bathrooms be there. These are actually not super big rooms, I think. Like, if you have it like this, let's see. I think maybe it might be nice to pick, like, a door. I know that with this build, I'm sort of skipping all over the place, but I enjoy the fact that this build is big enough for me to just kinda go with the flow. Like, I can just skip over things. Like, obviously, eventually, we're gonna have to focus on, like, actually decorating area by area, but I like how sometimes we can go really detailed and, like, decorate the whole pool or the bar. And then I'm like, "Okay, let's go back to the floor plan," and then it's just kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoy that too. Um, okay, we need, like, doors that I guess maybe a door like that would make sense, because then you also have the floor plan on the inside. Does that one come in the dark swatch with the floor plan? Without the stickers? I don't think so. It comes in white. Maybe for now, I'll go with the white swatch, because obviously I don't know how I want to decorate the rest of this hallway yet, or like the rest of the inside of the cruise ship. I haven't really decided on a color scheme for that. New sim survey just popped up. Oh yeah, that makes sense. They're doing another survey, I think. Um, one of your dream jobs is to be a cruise director. Oh, that's a cool dream job. Also, Kyle, welcome in. Yeah, you can now actually do that in The Sims. You can just come up with your entire own cruise schedule and stuff. I do feel like in a hallway like this, we're gonna 100% need carpet. It needs to give hotel, you know? Actually, maybe it would be better if the door is actually closer to the bathroom wall. Because that would be more space efficient, I think. Um, yeah, that is so true. Oh my god, your San Diego badge fits so well with that message. Um, because now, actually, I think, like, shape-wise, this might turn out to be sort of like, okay, that would be like the honeymoon suite, for instance. Um, And we could also, you know how we talked about like a big family room? We can have one where the bathroom is like technically on the other side. And then we can have a door in between these rooms where you would have like the double bed of the parents, maybe on this side. And then over here, there can be a door that is in between the two rooms. And then you can have bunk beds over here. That is actually kind of nice. Maybe we can repeat that and have that pattern twice. So there can be two family rooms with kids' beds as well. And then there can be like four adult rooms, like just adult rooms. And the thing is, these two would also be adult rooms. There would just be two bedrooms with bunk beds where you could stay as a family. Like this. And then I would like to have a similar door for the inside. That's just like the bathroom door. Um, I know we have a very similar door like to this, right? I think that's just a base game door. That doesn't have the little peephole. Yeah, we have this one. That's perfect. Um, okay, these rooms are gonna have a lot of doors. That's the big unfortunate thing, I think. Like the family rooms. So that might be a bit of a challenge with laying it out properly. But I guess that's gonna be okay. Um, my brain is struggling. That one needs to go there then. Also, I love this song. Um, okay, I'm just gonna get the hard beds. I know that looks ridiculous, but then I can just check space-wise if I can actually make this work. Um, the family room, it could have a shared bathroom, but the problem is if you don't use it as a family room, that would be highly annoying. Like let's say this family has like 4 kids, so they're also using that room for the kids, and then this is just gonna be a normal room. Exactly. It will be shared only. But I think we can make it work somehow. We're just gonna have to pick the right bed, I guess, and maybe we can scoot that door to be like in the corner a bit more. I guess that would also be fun for the layout of the rooms. Like it would bring some diversity into it. Like we could have the bunk beds of the kids. Um, hold on. Where's the lower bed version of that one? Uh, I'm blind. I know it's here. There. Like so. Um, yes, of course, Erica. It is already getting quite late. I just realized. Oh my goodness, almost 10. I also have to make sure to not go to sleep too late today because like I said, I think I might be getting like sick a bit potentially. Um I like this. I feel like this brings some interesting diversity in the shapes of the rooms and stuff. But we can also do like different bedroom like themes or vibes. So that maybe we can do like a jungle room and an ocean room and a sunrise room. You know how they always have that in hotels that like certain rooms have like names or themes? I think that would actually be so fun. Hold on. Hold on. I have a brilliant idea. So I think with wallpaper, we can already achieve like 90% of this. We can have a honeymoon suite, actually with the heart bed. Um, you know, feel like that would be perfect. Then we do have one of the like, I don't know, like magical or like this jungle room. We could actually have sunrise. I think that comes in like a better that one. Sunrise. Obviously would get a different bed, okay? So like we could even get that if we wanted to right now. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's get a green bed. Also, can I just say again? Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I'm just gonna save before I say this because I don't want to jinx myself. Do you guys have you guys noticed how smooth my game is today? Like, it hasn't frozen one single time, even though I've been building all this time. Normally, my game freezes a lot when I'm building. Like every single time I switch between. You didn't want to mention, but did you notice? Zero glitch. Yeah, I know. Like I noticed this. There was the update yesterday. I at first I was recording 2 Pack Legacy episodes today. Like I said this in the beginning of stream, but always when I'm recording my Pack Legacy episodes, what happens is I'll travel with my sim and I'm gonna grab my phone. Micah will just look at me in my recording sitting like this for like a couple of minutes because I'm just waiting. And normally I get to talk to you guys. Like when we have a loading screen on stream, I can yap with chat. But when I'm recording for YouTube, I just sit here like, okay, you know what? I'll just check my Instagram DMs or I don't know, answer a YouTube comment or something like that. Because what am I gonna do? Just sit here and look at my screen like obviously I get distracted. So I think Micah has to cut out a lot of me just sitting and, use like looking at my phone while I'm watching for my game to load. Today, every single time I grabbed my phone, I would grab it and I would be like, "Oh, my game's already loaded." Like it was so fast. Also, is it Demdome? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Let me know if I said your name correctly. Or if I have to pronounce it any other way, but welcome to chat. Thank you for coming from YouTube. I always really appreciate that. I mean, there were loading screens, but they were short. And then also you did perfect. But then not just were the loading screens short, the game ran like smooth. Like my Sims didn't glitch or any. I was like, what is happening? It might be. I have no idea, but like I didn't want to jinx it. So initially I was like, yeah, let's not immediately, assume the game's like perfect now. But then I noticed it again this afternoon when I was recording for something else. And now I'm noticing it again and I'm like, okay, maybe things actually got better? What? In this game? Also, I think it might be nice if we use the banana leaf one, but with the darker swatch. Um, yeah, I like that. I like that more. In the sunrise room, that sunrise room is intense, by the way, but I kind of like it. I think I dig it. Let's go for I don't know. Something like that maybe could be cute. Just trying to figure out like the different types of rooms. Definitely want to do an ocean room. Um with like a pretty blue wallpaper. We have that. That's maybe a little bit hysterical. But at the same time, if you're going to do ocean room, like maybe you should commit, you know? You noticed it as well. See? Okay, so I'm not the only one. Let me know. You noticed it as well. Your infant is still having a moment where no one could pick him up, but that's I think because the room wasn't big enough. Wait. Okay, like I need you guys to tell me like over the weekend if you guys are playing The Sims if you also notice it. Uh, yeah, I feel like maybe this is a bit too bold. Like maybe I don't like it that much. Um, hmm. Oh, that could be cool. We could do like a stars and moon, like or we could do the sailboat as an accent. But then I might go for the lighter swatch actually. And then just go for like a light blue. That might actually be nice. Okay, maybe like pick a blue that is a bit closer in color. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I do like that. I do really like the sailboat wallpaper. Like, obviously, it's also gonna help if we put floors in, but now I'm just kinda trying to get some of the different themes in to give us a bit of an idea. Okay, also for all the Dutchies, specifically people from Rotterdam. I know this is gonna be a niche comment, but you know what this reminds me of? Wereldmuseum. We used to have a museum here, and I'm literally to this day, I am so incredibly sad they closed this. It was, I think as a kid, it was by far one of my favorite museums to go. Yes, the waterbed. That's what I exactly what I was thinking of when I was making this room. I was like, "Oh my god, the waterbed." So this was a museum, and it was set up as like a hotel. So the concept was it was, like, very specifically targeted towards kids, I think. Like, adults, you could visit this hotel as well, but it was very much, like, for I think, like, for children's education. The idea was that you came in at, like, the reception desk, and, you would sign up, and you would basically get 3 different rooms randomly assigned to you. So, throughout the hotel, there were 3 or technically, there were 4 floors. On the 1st floor, you would have, like, different hotel rooms, 2nd floor, different hotel rooms, 3rd floor, different hotel rooms, and then the 4th floor was sort of like your final finisher, and they had, like, an educational room. It was the attic of the building. And basically what they did, was you would come in at the reception and you would receive a key to one of the rooms. Like, every single time that you visited this museum, you could also get, like, a different combination of rooms. You would also not be able to see all the rooms in just one visit, so you had to go multiple times. And with your first key, you would go to your first floor and you would actually go to your first room. And every room had a theme. This could either be a theme based on like a country or a specific moment in history or a specific area. So, for instance, there was an ocean room, which actually had a water bed. And that room was entirely based around, like, I think marine biology and learning about sea life and protecting sea life and stuff like that. And there were like rooms that were, I don't know, talking about specific historical periods like World War II, but there were also rooms that were talking about specific cultures. For instance, like a Chinese room, I think, was there. And as a kid, you could like visit all of these and then learn about history and culture and, stuff like that. And then when you would come up, the best part was that they had sort of these, like, do you know those tubes that they used to use in old buildings to send mail through the building? Like the vacuum tubes? They would have those for the keys. So if you were done in a room, what you would do is you would place the key in like one of those vacuum tubes and it would basically get sucked up. And then you would get a new key from the reception downstairs in that, like, they would send up a new key and you would have to look and be like, oh, our next room is this. And you would go to the next floor, go to the next room, experience that, and then do that again. Yeah, the pneumatic tubes, exactly. And then when you got to the 4th floor, you would like basically hand in your final key. And they had, I think, like, a movie that you could watch that was also, like, educational and stuff. How do you remember all of this? I literally only recall the waterbed. I don't know. This is just, like, ingrained in my brain. What's your creator code? It's right above my head. Rosannatxt, just my username. Um, and now it's also in chat. There we go. Also, thank you, Esther. Good shout. I think I wanna go for now, I wanna finish, like, setting all the themes for the rooms, and then I might wrap it up here. I feel like this build, as per usual, is taking way longer than I anticipated, but we're actually getting somewhere though. Like, we have the whole floor plan mapped out. We've done the bar upstairs today. Oh yeah, someone asked, by the way. So what we've done, we've picked like the doors and doors and windows and stuff. So like the basic shape on the outside, I think is now done. We've made the walking bridge up here. We've decorated the bar. It's kind of like flamingo themed because I figured that would be kind of cute. We've done a little bit of decoration here. Obviously, we're gonna make this cuter and have like benches and stuff so that Sims can sit here. I think that would be really cute. We decided on the floor plan over here. So this is going to be our main restaurant area. This is going to be the performance stage. This is going to be the kitchen. We're going to have some bathrooms up here so that there's like some bathrooms on this floor that can also be used for Sims over here. This is going to be captain's quarter, captain's bedroom, shared bathroom, crew quarters because we have 3 crew members, so it's not that much. Then we have the hallway with all the different bedrooms. So we're just giving them themes. So we have the honeymoon suite, the jungle room, the sunrise or sunset room. We were just working on the ocean room. Then we have two kids' rooms, and we have one more room over here. A cruise ship in The Sims, and it looks like a ship. Thank you. I appreciate that. We worked on it real hard. I tried to really make it look like a ship. Oh, a toddler bed. Well, that's actually a really good shout. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's actually add, is that a toddler bed? No. Why? Oh, that's because I have the colors on. I was like, why can I not see? Wait, can you not see the toddler beds in the bed category? That's weird. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Um, Maybe we can have the travel crib for infants as well, but that could be in the parents' bedroom. Considering this is a family room, like I guess that would make sense. And then I do like we can have this one, like the small toddler bed, I guess. Where am I gonna place that though? I might have to get a little bit creative and like scoot that door a little bit. You probably won't see that on the outside, so I think it's gonna be fine. Um, Ooh, that could be cute. A yin and yang themed room. Like that would be all black and white then. But we have to figure out how to actually do that. But also Bria, welcome in. It's good to see you. I know you were here earlier as well, but every time I leave and come back, your mind is blown at the progress. Thank you. Because at this point, it almost feels like weirdly slow. Like I'm not making enough progress because this is such a big build. It can just feel like, no matter what you're doing, you're still not making enough progress, but I guess we're getting there. Also, hi Nuts. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Um, let's see. What kind of wallpapers do we have? We could make like a night themed room though. I do like that idea. We earlier talked about stars and moon, but we can do maybe like the planetary ceiling or something here. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Definitely making progress. Thank you. I'm surprised the kits are separate. Is that a normal cruise thing? Oh, it kind of depends. I guess it's not necessarily separate. So they're adjacent rooms, so like they connect. Um, I have stayed in family rooms with my parents a couple of times. Once was on a cruise and we actually had separate rooms, but that was already when like me and my sister were a bit more grown, and then my youngest sister would sleep on in the room with my parents. Um, I have slept in hotel rooms, like family hotel rooms, where it was exactly like this. You would basically have like an area for the parents and then like a second hotel room adjacent to it, where they had like the kids' beds and stuff. And you could leave the door open and then it would just function as one really big room. Or you could close the doors and then it would be like a bit more privacy. I guess that was nice for if the parents, basically, if we as kids went to bed, the parents could still hang out in the bedroom. Um, so I've stayed in like a hotel that had this twice, I think. But it really depends. Some hotels have like because in that same trip, so we that was the when we went to China, I was like 10 years old to pick up my sister. And in that trip, like the first place we stayed at had two separate hotel rooms that were connected. So like me and my sister were staying in one room and then my parents were staying in the other and there was a big door, like a double door even that connected the two. But then in that same trip, we went from Beijing to Nanchang, and in Nanchang, that was where my sister, like, was also joined the family, like, where she was adopted. And that's where we had basically one huge hotel room with just, like, 4 beds or a double bed, 2 separate beds, and a baby bed, like a crib. So I guess it depends on, um I know, like, the type of hotel, but on a cruise, I actually don't know. Probably it's more standard to have them in one big room. But for sim space, I think this is nice. It makes sense. Also, hi Nazadom, welcome in. It's good to see you. Okay, let's see. Just like a dark bed, I guess, would be cool. Um, we don't really. Oh, that's like a good luxurious bed. Oh, that would be nice actually. Um, okay, then we have this room. We were talking about yin and yang room. That could be like this. I guess. Like, then we would need a black and white bed as well. I guess that could be cool. Something like this could work then. Um, and then we have the 2 kids' rooms left. I might quickly add, it's really silly, but I like to do this in my builds, especially when you're working on floor plans, because at some point it can just become, like, difficult to see what you're doing. Um, I like to add, like, white tiling on the floor of the places where there's supposed to be bathrooms, because that way I can more easily see, like, "Oh, what do I still have to decorate?" You know? I do also feel like probably hotel rooms, even on cruise ships, have carpet. I'm personally not a really big fan of carpet. Um, I think, like, I don't know what it is, but carpet in a way, oh, I don't know. I think it's a bit disgusting. Maybe it's, if you clean it properly, it probably isn't, but I don't know. I find it a bit disgusting. Um, but the problem is in The Sims, I guess, or just in real life, a lot of people do have carpet, you know? I do think we need to have carpet in that hallway, but honestly, I almost feel like the carpet in the hallway should have a print, like something like that. Not like giving this is giving hotel hallway so much. What the heck? Carpet on the stairs. Yeah, I feel like that helps with like not slipping and stuff. That makes sense. Also, Pitter Patter, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. 100. I just said 100 in Dutch, but like with an English accent. That was weird. Never been replaced. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff like that, I don't know, makes me kinda Hello! Oh my goodness, thank you for the raid. Hi, Maggie, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream today? What were you up to? I see you were playing some Sims. What were you doing in The Sims? Also, I'm so excited to see you in, like, 2 weeks. That is gonna be fun. But welcome in, friends. I hope you're all doing well. I would love to hear what your stream was like. Also, for anyone from my side, if you are not following Akipia yet, what are you doing? Go fix that right now. Absolutely amazing streamer. I don't know if we have the shout out. Hold on. I can do things. There we go. Yes, of course. You were building a house for one of your D&D characters. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. But yes, please go raid and run. Do your things. I'll take care of your community. I promise. We are building a cruise ship today. And I initially thought that this was a huge build and that I would not have enough time or like that I wouldn't have enough things to fill the space with. As it turns out, this is actually the build is filling up way faster than I anticipated. So we have built our pool deck. We have our bar up here. This is like basically we have some picture spots and stuff as well. Thank you for those follows, by the way. This is gonna be captain and crew quarters. We have a big space for like our breakfast, dinner, entertainment area basically. There's going to be kitchen. There's multiple spaces in the back and the front where we're going to have like nice viewing areas basically for your Sims. We were quickly working on the bedroom floor. And every bedroom was going to have a theme. So we have the honeymoon suite, the jungle suite, the sunrise suite, the yin and yang suite, the midnight suite, and the ocean suite, and I was just thinking about the last 2 ones for the kids. Um, but yeah, that's kinda what we're working on. Also, for anyone who's new, welcome in. My name is Rosanna or Ro. On this, channel, we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. And, when we do gaming, it's mostly The Sims 4, but here and there, I like to add a little bit of variety. But yeah, I've been obsessed with the new pack, so all I can think about is making custom venues and adventures. Where kids are sent to learn life skills and discipline. Oh, no. I wanna see that so bad. Can you send me some screenshots? Oh, a pink flamingo suite. Wait, that would also be really cute for the kids' room. I don't know why, but I feel like that is such a cute kids vibe. Do we have why in my brain do I feel like we have a pink flamingo like wallpaper? I don't think we actually do. I think what I'm thinking of is this one. But that's kind of giving pink flamingo. Like I can work with that. Cuz I don't think we actually have a flamingo wallpaper. But like if we have a flamingo statue or something or a painting or anything, I think that would work. But that's like oh wait, no, there are birds in here. It's just not flamingos. We could also go for that one. That's also giving flamingo to me a little bit. Oh, a flamingo chair. I don't care that it's an outside one. We can definitely have that. But I like the flamingo idea. That's a good one. Um, and then what else? I mean, I was initially thinking we could also go for like a forest suite. That could be cute. Yeah, flamingo statue. I thought I knew that was in the game, but then I started to doubt myself and then I was like, "Oh, that would be stupid if I say this and it's actually not in the game." But I think so too. Wait. Okay. My game does freeze still if I want to search, but that's a better build by issue. So that's not even the game. That's just because I have a mod in my game. Um the new wallpapers, the one that come with the pack. I don't think there is any. Okay, I can just add that in there to remember that was meant to be flamingo. I don't know if there's any that I would like to. We could use that maybe for this one. That could be. You know what the second one could be? That could be like a cabin one. Okay, now my game is also freezing because I'm loading the entire catalog. Or not. Is it not oh, it's not frozen. Let me save. I was scared for a second. Um uh hold on. Wallpapers, the new one. We could also go for something like this for the forest bedroom. I mean, maybe I like that a bit more than the magical forest one. But I think that adds a good like difference in bedrooms, right? Like, we can make some cute themed rooms out of that. We can decorate accordingly. And I think that would also be nice if you're playing here. I think that would make it easy to sort of see who is staying in which room. Like, because just like any spot, if you're actually playing here, like if you host the getaway, you can assign beds to Sims so that when your Sims have to go to sleep at their assigned time slot, they will actually use the bed that you want them in. So you could say, like, oh, this family is going to stay in this suite. And then you can just assign all the beds to them. Um, the infants kit. I personally like I like that scene, but I don't know. I always find it a bit scary. I don't really know why. Um, okay, I'm just quickly adding the bathrooms because then I'll remember that that was supposed to be bathroom. Um, but I think with that, I might have to leave this build here for today. Um, we're gonna come back to this on Monday, and I think also next week on Tuesday, because I would like to see potentially if I can finish this in the coming 2 streams because I have 2 more gaming streams before I leave for my US trip. And I think it would be kinda cool if I can actually, have this build done before then and upload it. I know you guys might think, "But, Ro, there's still so much to do," but I feel like some of these rooms are also like, for instance, this room is not gonna take a lot of time. Like, this is gonna go quite fast because we just need to add chairs or, like, basically just sofas. I think the gym will go quite quickly. I think, like, what is gonna take the most time is having, like, the details, so having, like, suitcases on here and then, like, having all the rooms have something, like, all the balconies and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like we're already so far in that I find it quite realistic that we might be able to finish it in 2 more streams. Like, that's the goal. So yeah, I think we're gonna work on it some more next week. Little heads up, next week the gaming stream is gonna be on Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna post my entire monthly schedule for the entire month of October tomorrow. Um, so if you're curious, like also about the IRL streams and stuff like that, I'm gonna post all of that tomorrow. I think an important update with that is that basically from next week onward, I've already mentioned this as well. Have I mentioned this? I think I've mentioned this because both Thomas and Yule said that it actually is good for them. My streams, my gaming streams from the Wednesday evening are gonna for now move to Tuesday evening. So we're gonna basically on Monday and Tuesday have 2 really long days. So we have co-working gaming. Um, and then on Wednesday, I'll have like a full day off, or not off. I'll be working, but like I'll have a day off camera because I think that would be good for me. And it also aligns a bit better with like my schedule with Scott because we keep missing each other. And this way, I will actually stream when he's rowing. And then on the Wednesday night, we have time together. And then I'll do co working on Thursday and gaming on Friday. So that's the idea. But that's basically going to start from next week onward. Um, yeah, next week, 2 gaming streams, 3 co-working streams, and then it's already time for the US trip, which is wild. Absolutely wild. Thank you for putting all the links in chat. If you want to join the Discord, like I said, that's where I post my schedule. And this time around, it's going to be for a full month. So it's going to be worth it. I'll post it in like time zone friendly ways because specifically when I'm in the US, my stream times are going to be wacky. So I just want to prepare you guys for that. Also, if you want to follow me on any of my other socials, if you won't be able to make it to any of the US streams, but you're still curious what I'm going to do there, the best place to follow me is Instagram. I'll be posting a bunch on my Instagram stories. I always do like a highlight on my stories. You can also follow me on YouTube if you want to see more Sims content in the time that I'm away. I have a bunch of pre recorded videos already that I'm going to post when I'm not here. And if you want to watch any of the gaming streams while I'm away to keep yourself, chill and accompanied, you can also check out my VOD channel on YouTube, where I basically post all of my content, or like all of my Twitch streams, the gaming streams. I hope I feel better too. I hope I don't get more sick. Like, I hope it just kind of stays like this or gets better. Right now, I'm just feeling like a little bit of a cold. And like, I wouldn't go and work out right now. But like, sitting here and just chilling, I'm actually kind of fine. So, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that I have a chill day tomorrow and everything will be fine. But I'm going to see who is live, who I can raid. Because I would love to send you guys off to someone who is also doing some cheeky gaming. Um, let's see. Ooh, there's actually so many fun people online. Now I have to pick. That's always really difficult. Um, nearly forgot to water them. Oh no. Don't do that. The planties need water. um, thank you, Lisbeth. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have an idea. I have a friend of mine. She's not doing The Sims, but she's not doing something really cool. And I think you guys would like it. Um, because I think you guys would love her vibe. And apart from loving her vibe, she also does do gaming and she also does do co-working. So I feel like it's actually a really good match. This is someone that I'm gonna meet for the first time at TwitchCon. I'm so excited to give her like really big hugs. I love her lots. You might have actually heard her voice if you watch Skirly Pop SMP. But she's doing some painting and she is actually making like such a cool painting that I would love to go show you guys. Um, so I think we're gonna go to Meggie. I think that'd be really fun. So if you're hanging out here and you would like to come along on the raid, we do actually have a cheeky little raid message that you can copy pasta. We have ones with emotes that you can use if you're subscribed to the channel, and then we have ones with the little green leaves that you can use if you're not subscribed to the channel. And then we're gonna go say to Meggie. We're gonna go say to Meggie. Sure, we're gonna go say hello. Yes, there we go. I almost copied the hug. hold up. We need them booties. We need them booties. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had an absolutely amazing time. I hope you had a chill time and enjoyed hanging out. I hope you all have a marvelous weekend. Literally the bestest of times. I would love to hear what you're up to on Discord, so let's keep in touch. And I'll be at the hairdresser tomorrow. So if you see me spamming on Instagram about getting my hair done, I don't know. I'm always bored at the hairdresser, so then I always post shit on Instagram. um, but thanks for hanging out. Have a great rest of your or not rest. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week on Monday. Bye.